because I realize YouTube's getting left out. It's rendering in the colors. Okay, hold on. Actually, I can literally show you what's been happening. Uh, let me do a timeline really quick, because what I can do is I can show you everything that I've done since the beginning, and you'll see why I'm suffering. Also, let me get the YouTubies up. Um, it's such a nice day here today. It's really warm, but it's like not too bad. Um, and oh my god, wait. Oh, where am I? There we go. If you type in, I just typed in 4 on YouTube and I immediately came up, so I think I'm doing something right, that I'm the top result. Wait, I think YouTube started. Oh, what was the intro song? The intro song was I'll Remember You by Masayoshi Takanaka. Also, hi, I finally caught one of your streams. I've been following your vlogs on YouTube for a while, but never had the chance to watch you live. It's pretty late here. I just wanted to say I really admire you as an artist and a person. Thank you! And also, thank you for the love from Spain. You know, if it's late there for you right now, there's going to be a morning stream on Sunday this week that might be more to your time zone. I could be wrong. Oh, the reason it's not working is because it's private. Okay, hold on. I always forget to set it off of a private stream broadcast, but it's okay. It's pretty easy to fix. But I can now play the time lapse for you guys because I feel like it's kind of crazy how many renditions this has gone through. I know, I'm so excited for the art fight team reveals. Also, your app's not bugging. I literally just haven't started the YouTube stream, or I hadn't started it because it was like privated by accident, but it should be fixed now. What time is the morning stream? I need to pick the exact time because I don't know when would be best to start it, so that we can watch the team reveal, but I will check closer. Eek. Two of my voice. That scared me. Hello. Hello, and what's the haps? Hello, YouTubies. I'm sorry that you guys got in kind of late. You can see now, though. You could see now, though, how many times or how many different like renditions of this piece I've gone through. It's been going crazy. Yes, and I did do the speed paint thing, thanks to Lee, and it's really been helping. I think that it like works a lot nicer than trying to record through OBS. Time lapse is so cool. Thank you. So excited. I'll be showing up no matter where I am. Thank you. So hold on, I'm catching up with chat. Forgot art fight team reveal was this week, but don't worry. We'll be watching it all together. Been doing a barista course, and it reminded me of your studies you did a bit ago. I'm glad I got to catch stream. Welcome back, and hello. All right, and now YouTube stream should be up. Yeah, the team reveal is the 14th. The team reveal is the 14th, and I'll be streaming. I like whenever the stream that Art Fight hosts is. I just don't know when that is. Let me see. I kind of should have like a speed paint watching thing in the, yeah, there we go, because it's about the same size as the screen, and I can just call it that. So I have this going while I'm yapping, so you can see what I've been doing so far, and I'll just leave that there for the future. But yes, CSP has a time-lapse feature, and a friend of mine recommended it to me, and it's been really helpful for this piece especially, because now I can actually record like time-lapses to show my process for things. I might slow it down a bit when I do a time-lapse for a video, or like when I have a time-lapse in a video. Did my first HRT gel today because of Critter Voice. Wait, that's awesome. Congratulations. Also, Red O'Clock, thank you for the gifted sub. We're not doing traditional today, though. I'm so sorry to disappoint. Also, let me get captions on, because captions are working again, too, after not having worked for a bit. But I need to finish this, because this is May's Print Club. It's very late. It's late, but it's because this piece has been beating me up really badly. And I didn't want to give you guys a bad print. I didn't want to like do something that didn't look good. So I've been working on it, but it's just been very slow moving. Now the opening song in the beginning. Also, welcome back, Digital Art. Although I miss you traditional streams for now, don't worry. I'm gonna do a traditional stream on Sunday because it's gonna be during the daytime, so it'll be bright enough to do it. And I kind of enjoyed doing the traditional streams anyway. So maybe what I'll try to do is put those in the schedule. I mean, they'll be on the schedule regardless for Art Fight. Are you excited to get to do stickers instead? I am, and I actually was working on these in between. Oh my god, wait, I forgot to start my minnow timer. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm doing 30 minutes on, 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, so that I can take breaks and do something fun instead. And I didn't get my cable fixed. I just found out that my phone cable works the exact same as my Wacom cable does, and it is Miku. Nadia everyone, I have like 3 things to do in the next 5 or so days until exams. I calculated that I need to get at least 2 of them done, so it's not so bad. And I have a plan, but it's still very tough. Also, today's question: if you were to be a Miku song, what would your song be about? I think that it would be really funny to have a song that's about like either like a failed guardian angel, or like reincarnation game over loop, but like a really bad, like a really crappy main character that keeps dying. This is my vision. So I joined the Patreon for the first time for the Road Boy and Mars print, but I still haven't gotten it. Is that a normal amount of time? The Road Boy and Mars prints were a little late. Are you an international? So like, are you outside of the U.S. or are you in the U.S.? It's for the print club. Because if you're in the U.S., it should be getting to you shortly. International might take a little longer. But if you're still missing it by the end of this month, please shoot us an email and we'll try to get you another one, because it's possible that it also just got eaten by USPS. Anytime you've been missing a print for like at least like a month, like that's a good time to email us. Although the Miku print is going to be late, so if you haven't gotten Maze print, that's why. If you don't mind me asking, what do you have planned for the art fight reveal? Oh, like the stream to draw? I'm probably just going to do a practice piece for art fight. Like what I'm going to do is do a traditional piece, kind of how I want to do traditional pieces for art fight. It might be acrylic marker, it might be another colored pencil piece. I've been having a lot of fun with colored pencil, but it's been a while since I've done an acrylic marker, so I really got to brush off my skills so I don't get too rusty. So, did you vote in the art fight team options this year? If so, please tell me what the themes were. I have no idea. I didn't even know there was a vote. I think that they picked it this year because it's the 10-year anniversary. Also, I'm a bit late, but happy to catch stream. Welcome in. Also, your tutorials are really helping me with my art. I'm really, really glad, because I know how much online tutorials helped me when I was younger. So I want to pay it forward to the next generation of artists. I might not be the best ever, but like I do try to learn new things, and I think that's the best I can do. Finally made it to a stream. Hi, Critter. For the longest time, I've just been watching vids stream as they're posted. I'm so happy to sit in. Wait, that's so cool. There's so many first time, or people that are like able to catch it for the first time here tonight. You and another person said the same thing. I think it's funny. It must be because summer's rolling around, so people have free time. Have you ever listened to Reincarnation Apple by Pinocchio P? You might like it based on those themes. I haven't, but I do like Pinocchio P pretty much, like from what I've heard. Loki thought the theme before last year was really mid, but was hyped for fossils versus critter. So, do you mean fossils versus crystals? What kind of brand of journal do you guys use? Literally, like a bunch of different kinds. I think the one that I use... Hold on, I can literally... I have it next to me because I was journaling earlier. It's called And Per Se, which is spelled... I'm going to write it on Miku. Actually, no, I'm going to write it on the sheep. This is, like, the brand I use. But, like, I only got this because they have, like, a light blue that I like. How much is Print Club? My sister would love this print. I'm thinking about getting it for her. I will say the deadline to sign up for this print has already passed. However, it will be up on my shop as soon as it's done, and it's only like $1 difference in the shop. Print Club is basically, you get a discount on the print, and sometimes I'll like hold polls because I'm indecisive about what I want to do a print of, so I let people vote. It's basically like the support group that funds the print's existence and gets it at a discount. But then afterwards, everything that's left up goes up on the shop. So you'll be able to get this too, still. Also, hold on, I want to make sure I didn't miss any highlights. And a guaranteed print, because of course sometimes they run out of stock. This is very true. And sometimes I do like a very, very tiny stock if it's like an experimental one. I bought some journals the other day and I'm so impatient to wait for them in the mail. I was going to say, I think one thing you could do if you really are impatient is you could start writing on paper you have around the house and then just kind of like scrapbook it into your journal later. I do that with a lot of stuff. Because of you, I found the courage to participate in Art Fight for the first time, and I'm very excited and nervous. I spent over 2 hours today organizing OCs I want to attack in a Google Doc. Wait, that's so awesome! I'm so excited. I really love Art Fight, so every time I hear that someone's playing, I get really happy. I don't know how to light her hair, and I'm so scared. I don't know. But I want to make it cutesy, so I'm just kind of like, maybe bring in some of that purple again. I think that it could be cute, and then my thought is to like use the yellow here. So hey Critter, may I ask if you could explain the reference rule how the reference rule works on Art Fight this year? Usually combine many references. I don't know. I don't know how they work. I feel like Art Fight would probably best explain it, because I like didn't know that there were, I mean, like I had heard there were rule updates, but I didn't think they pertained to me very much. Also, I keep getting followed by people as I add new OCs this year. I really hope I'm on somebody's list. You probably are if people keep following you. So I have questions for you. Plus, do you like sweet jello? I don't like jello. I really, really don't like jello. Thank you for asking too. I'm actually like jello's biggest hater. I like pretty much anything like ice cream or marshmallow wise. I don't even like flan, actually, no. I am like okay with pudding. Like a custard or a pudding is good. Also, when sending orders, do you pay for shipping stamps? I wanted to make one with free shipping as well, but there's no way to not have shipping fees. I do pay for shipping stamps, but I like consider that part of the charge for Print Club. So when I like calculate the price for Print Club, I make it so that it can be free for everyone. And international stamps are a little more expensive, but my thought is if I hit a certain amount of members, then it kind of evens out in the end. So when I was coming up with the price for Print Club, I picked something that would make it so that members wouldn't have to pay for shipping, but I could just have that be part of the base price. I plan on reading Leica's, but kind of scared, and I wanted to ask, how do you journal and what did it improve in your life? Honestly, memory was a huge one that it helped improve, and also just like having some time to like relax and breathe at the beginning of the day. I was gonna say, actually, the world is with Jello. You are against the world. I mean, this is true. This is very true, and it's not even like Jello's fault. I just think that I ate it too much when I was little, and it made me sick. So now I hate it. But I woke up at 4 a.m. today, like just naturally too, not with like an alarm or anything. And so. Sorry, I see everyone saying, why are we suffering? Sorry, I'm working on a print that's making me struggle. And I really have been enjoying the morning times to myself to just like journal and kind of like think about what I want to do for the day, or think about stuff that happened during the week that I want to reflect a bit on. Sometimes my journal entries are really, really short, like they're just like a paragraph or a few paragraphs, but sometimes they can be a few pages. I also like to put my art in my journal and kind of scrapbook around the art after I take a picture of it, because it helps me see my progress with my art, but it also creates kind of like a little, I guess, like paper museum of all of the stuff that I like to draw. So sometimes when I do digital art, I'll like print it and I'll put it in the book, but other times when I do like colored pencil work, I'll take my picture of it and then I will washi tape it and glue it down into the book. Also, the sheep being very happy, thank you. Realize our art styles are kind of similar. I use a textured brush, and Pokemon has been my main style since I was 12. I was gonna say I know a lot of artists that like kind of fall into the same style bracket. It's really funny. Do you like mochi and or bean paste? I don't know about bean paste. I do like mochi, yes. But also, thank you for asking too. I apologize in advance because I know I'm a very picky eater, and it's something that, sometimes drives the other guys insane. But I'm trying more things. I didn't get to eat a lot growing up, so I think that I'm not as exposed to different foods. I don't think I caught stream before. I wanted to ask, have you done any videos giving advice on shading? I've done one on cell shading. I don't know how good I am at shading, and actually I can grab the cell shading one for you. What is it about shading that you specifically need help with? Because I could do one more explaining like direction of light and also like how to consider your light source when you're planning a piece. Um, keep seeing videos of people waking up at 5, 6 a.m. to have a peaceful morning. How early do you have to sleep for that to work for you? I honestly go to bed pretty much right after stream ends, and stream ends anywhere from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So what I do is I'll end stream, and then usually for 30 minutes I'll like brush my teeth, and I'll put Pokemon Sleep on, and either I'll read or I'll do like one mystery dungeon pass. I asterisk don't really read, sorry. I like not to be dumb chud, but like I I have no interest in any of the books that we're reading right now. So I've just been playing Mystery Dungeon. Also, hold on, let me grab the where's the question about the shading? There we go. I'll read and then or sometimes I'll even journal before bed. Like I'll bring my little book light in and I'll journal. And then I'll go to sleep somewhere from like 9:30 to 10:30. And then the thing is, importantly, also, how do you have over 100 people watching yet they're barely chatting? It's because everyone's drawing. I've had people ask that before, how like why chat's so slow, and it's because people put stream on to draw in the background. You have to remember we're all artists. Also, I've got 2 different streams that I'm looking at because I got Twitch and YouTube. So around when Art Fight starts will be 1 year of my attending Critter streams, my Critterversary. Wait, that's so exciting. I feel like a lot of people came in during the Art Fight streams. I really like drawing along. Yeah, I was gonna say everyone's confirming they're drawing along right now too. I think it's nice. It's just nice to have background noise. Yesterday someone asked that question. Most people here just chill and draw. I'm drawing with colored pencils today. Wait, that's awesome. I didn't get to do much traditional art today. I did my kind of bad like failed chopped ugly muse as my little warm-up doodles in my journal, but other than that I just got right to working on this print because I gotta get it done. Well, let me show you my ugly muse. These were my my little warm-up, and you can see that Buggy like messed up the page. He like folded it up, so I was like, yeah, this page is gonna be kind of ugly anyway, so it's okay. It's probably better if chat doesn't move too fast. This is very true because I cannot read that quickly, and also I would die. Also, do you like blueberries and tiramisu? I love both blueberries and tiramisu. Please don't apologize. I'm actually gonna make tiramisu because one of my goals this month was to make some more again. I have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon question. What do you do after the main story and post game? Like, do you try to recruit every single Pokemon? Honestly, kind of like soft roleplay. Like, I will recruit members that are either, like, you know, Sonas of myself, like I play as a Mew. But sometimes I'll also, like, recruit team members that are, like, named after OCs and stuff. And I'll, like, send them on missions and, like, imagine what they would be like living in the Mystery Dungeon universe. Okay, cool, I know what I'm gonna do for... Thank you. No worries, no worries. And also, thank you for asking, too. You're very sweet. Oh my god, the border is, like, just getting in there. How you can't read? No, I can read. Okay, I can read, but chat has at many different times asked if I'm dyslexic because sometimes I like flip words around, or if like the chat's moving too quickly, I lose my space, like, or I lose my place in the line. I don't actually know if I am. I think it's just a lot to focus on at once. But if I am, well, so be it. It's very possible. Also, if you can find a setup that works for you, a baking stream would be super fun. Other people have asked for a baking stream before, and I'm gonna be so honest, I don't know how to bake. Tiramisu is like 2 steps. It's basically just like you pull espresso shots and then you whip cream. Critter also has 2 chats here in YouTube. This is true. Forrest should do a baking stream though. I think it would be really fun to watch him. Also, the other thing I'm noticing is I think that with how dark the blue shading is on Miku's hair, the shading on the pajamas actually should be darker too. Because otherwise it's kind of disjointed. Thank you. The soft roleplay aspect is my favorite part of the Pokemon game. No, me too. And I think that that's what makes the game kind of infinite play for me, is that even when the main story's done, to be fair too, I do also try to collect all of the world treasures and stuff like that. But I think even after the main story's done, I have a lot of fun just like playing in the world of Mystery Dungeon. Also, prediction for when the next criticisms will be. Honestly, hold on, let me look at the month's calendar, because I do really think I have... Okay. So here's the thing, right? The Pokemon Zine print piece is due on the 20th, and because of my tablet being borked for the last 2 days, I might need to ask for an extension on it, but they do allow you to ask for extensions. So what I might do is ask for an extension for like 3 or 4 days, and then after that, I could do a criticisms right before Art Fight starts. So possibly Wednesday the 24th, I could do a criticisms, which means that I would probably want to release the form soon. Hi.
Buggy spit up my back
Oh.
on the strap. So I'm thinking I can just take the strap off and wash it.
Why does he always puke on things that can't be washed?
I don't. But just so you know that like the strap isn't like missing or anything. It's just. I don't think there's anything missing.
Also, extension for this piece. That's what I was talking about. I've been working on it pretty diligently, but then again, my tablet stopped working, so I had to stop for a bit. But yes, next criticism should probably be the 24th. The puker, I don't even know why he does either. Adding dates because it lets me see my progress easier, like on your art. Oh, hi, digital art is back. It is, yes. My phone wire apparently works. Also, what's the criticisms for? Like, what will you criticize? I really like it being used as a noun. I don't know. I have no idea because I don't think we like decided on a topic on stream. I hate how that shadow looks. Oh wait, what? You know what I'm doing? I could do a clothing fold instead of like trying to do something like that, and that might be loud. But I don't know. I don't know what people would want. What's something that people are interested in getting a criticism for before Art Fight starts? I could do something on lighting like I'd done before. But I think that lighting is one, maybe color. I've done color before. I think I've done 2 criticisms on color, actually. Although I'm always happy to do another one. Clothing could be fun. Composition. Texture layering. I am so bad with texture. Bleak, I can't do texture at all. If you see my art, I am actually trying to add texture to my art because I feel like sometimes my art looks kind of plasticky because I use like the same brush. How's the Miku print beating you up? It's beating me up because it's taken me... This was the print for May, which means it should have been done on May 15th, and Sweats looks at clock. It's not May 15th. It is very much not May 15th. And I played my little speed paint of it earlier, but this piece specifically has gone through, like, so many different iterations and changes. It's insane. Drawing on model, like maintaining model for characters in comics. I could probably do that. Drawing on model, a lot of it is just like repetition and practice with a specific character. Also, quite famously, no one draws their OCs the same way twice. To be fair, though, that's part of the process of learning to draw them on model, is to let yourself kind of figure out how you want to draw them. This really has been kicking your ass. It's so bad. I mean, the print's not bad. I actually really like the print now. But I didn't like the print for, like, the first 6 hours I was working on it. And I kept, like, gripping my head and, like, going, please, I just want to like you. I should be able to like this. I'm the texture guy, and quite frankly, I still don't know how to texture. You don't want to see my process, the nightmare that is my process. It's coming out so cute, but all the crazy changes are... Guess who has computer problems again? I saw, Well, I know you know I saw. Also, this was started... What do you mean? Wait, this was started in May? What do you mean it's already halfway through 2026? I know, it's scary. It's scary. How did you get into drawing backgrounds? All of my art are pieces on white backgrounds or transparents, and it makes them look flat. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, I am also trying to like work on incorporating backgrounds in my pieces, and one of the things that's helped is like by studying real life like scenes and backgrounds. But when it comes to pieces like this where the background is kind of just like a design, not like a real location, I'm still kind of struggling with that myself. But I'm gonna keep practicing, so maybe after Art Fight I'll have some tips on that. I like the idea of criticisms for composition too. That one might be, because then I could practice thumbnailing with it, right? Like I could do some thumbnails to help people with suggestions of compositions. So possibly. Actually, I should write a note about that, or no one's gonna remember this. Hold on. I always have a terrible habit of being like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll remember that. Nobody else remember. Hold on, I even have, I think my pen is like in front of me in Cinnamoroll. I'm gonna be so honest, whenever I do texture, it's literally just me being like, teehee, this button looks funny. I fully understand. I have a goal to do a painting all with a new, like a completely new brush for an art fight piece this month, so hopefully I'll learn some texture from that. I started watching during your art fight streams. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love doing art fight streams. I really like doing them, especially because I like hearing what everyone else is working on. Criticisms on, bless you, composition? Stop, not me not knowing how to spell that word for a second. I just made Slay the Princess fan art and it blew up, and the last time that happened was y'all's brush week, specifically the Wretched brush. Wait, that's awesome. And also, Slay the Princess is where one of my friends got her name from, so I'm very fond of that story. So, not sure if you saw this, but when Art Fight starts, I will make a piece with your OC Chestnut. Oh, thank you! That's actually my boyfriend's persona. The guy that you just heard sneeze in the background. I think that he'll really enjoy that. Forrest loves his little guy. He loves when I draw it ugly, though. Hold on. Like, just so that you can see, this is how he... I draw him really cutely. Like, well, to be fair, I also draw him ugly. Like, I do both. My range. This is how he wants me to draw him. That man loves ugly creature mode. It's like his favorite thing. Exciting news, everybody. I'm going to attend the first volunteer at my first Pride event this weekend. I'm excited and nervous, but most of all, excited to meet other members of the community. That sounds awesome. And that's such a good way to, like, meet other people, too. Okay, but he's right. These are great. They are really fun to draw. Did someone cough? That was my boyfriend in the background sneezing. Currently browsing people's profiles, character profiles in Artfight. I was doing that a bit last week, but I should do that again soon. I think, hold on, let me see what my bookmarks look like right now. Because I actually wasn't the one bookmarking for myself. It was like another guy. Not to spoil some of the people we have bookmarked. And this is not a guarantee that we'll do all of them. Some of these are from last year too, actually. I've got 7 characters bookmarked. That's pretty solid. Yeah, okay, they know me. They understand my tastes. I'll have to go through and do some of these myself, but I don't know why draw teeth turned blue. This is all very accurate. Hold on, now I'm nosy. I want to see what everyone else has. No, not edit. Him having 9 is actually really funny. Sickening greed. Also makes complete sense. Oh, hers is so cool too. Hold on. This is what I'll share. Hold on. I have to like hide. I have to hide one a little bit because I don't want to surprise a friend. I love Smunker. I love Smunker's design so much. It's so freaking cute, and I am so glad to see that he's on Art Fight. If 9 is greedy, then I meant the embodiment of greed. To be fair, I think that I just said 9 is greed because I only have 7. This is a fun drawing to join to. Thank you. I did this for my boyfriend of his tuber. I recognize the bottom left. Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But this is what she's bookmarked for herself. I'm kind of surprised to see a furry in her bookmarks, but I guess maybe she liked the seal? Because of, like, the leopard seal pattern. I need to start penning people. Honestly, it's nice to do, because even if you don't get to them this year, most people play multiple years, so you could always just do them again next year. I feel like I've got to be kind of nightmarish for that, because I know that we put up and take down OCs, like, every other year. But hopefully people will be forgetting. And I guess we don't like delete the character, we just like private them. Sorry for asking again, but chat flew by. For criticisms, are we allowed to submit partially finished pieces? Yes, you totally can. They just have to fit the theme. Actually, that's one of the biggest things, is that the last few criticisms we've done, people have submitted stuff that was like totally off the theme, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to not help you or think that, like, you know, you did something, like, that your piece isn't good. It's just that it's not to what I was accepting, and so I can't make a lesson for other people out of it. I don't know if I like the hooves being colored pink there, because it kind of gets noisy, but I like the pink everywhere else. The bookmarks I made in 2023 are still active. Oh, that's awesome. If they don't play next time, you can also go crazy and draw fan art of their characters for fun. This is very true. This is very, very true. Gotta join Art Fight this year? You still have time. There's like 2-3 weeks left, so I would definitely suggest starting now and getting things put together. But I do really think that you can do it. Even if you just make like 1 or 2 character refs too, you don't have to go crazy and upload like 5 billion OCs. You can do that, and then you should be all ready. Also, Miku clock. You haven't gone off? I guess it hasn't been 30 minutes just yet. I've decided for almost everyone who you have on Art Fight except for White, I'm so lost. I'm gonna give you a secret. She loves dark chocolate. Her favorite foods are dark chocolate, and if you're doing a savory dish, she really likes sushi, onigiri, basically like a lot of salty things. But also like teas and London fog and stuff like that. Where do we submit criticism pieces? There's a Google Drive that gets uploaded a week beforehand, and so I'll put that together, and then as soon as it's done, I'll share it with chat so that everybody can upload something if you want to. Also, what about character expressions? Character expressions could be kind of fun. I don't know if I'm like the best at it. I think that I could do, maybe I could do that's not what I meant to do. I could do a study night. Because I do really want to push my expressions more in our comic. I guess like the last few scenes of Leica's have been a little more serious, so there hasn't been the room for having like super silly expressions. I guess Road Boy's like the one exception for that, which, you know, you see how we draw that guy. He definitely gets to the silly face treatment. So soon we'll draw those in a self-depiction for the introduction card, and make some gatherings of refs for the characters I already bookmarked, and after that I will draw some decoration and frames and such to match the theme. Also, what's the next criticisms theme? We were just talking about that. I think I'm going to do composition, and if not composition, then I saw someone suggest clothing folds, and I think that could be fun too. Sorry, I'm sipping my lemonade. Do you upload your refs to a specific place or the site? I upload my refs to both Toy House and Art Fight. If you're asking for Art Fight specifically, they get uploaded to the Art Fight site. Hi.
I'm condensing. Why do you have beads in your pillow? I'm not gonna ask.
Because Buggy chewed and broke a bracelet, so I didn't want the beads flying everywhere. But you can always go put those on the. Did you keep the little hedgehog? The little hedgehog thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could just go put those beads on the bead stand inside that.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not gonna do that right now. I was just trying to condense. I got a shit ton of.
Also, I picked something for. Thank you. Just last question. Does she like asparagus? No, but she likes bok choy. Pretty much all of us do. Thinking about it. Also, Niaz, thank you for the resub. Niaz, you just barely missed something. I'm safe for now. Also, I don't know why this like turned blue, but that's fine. I'm meaning to get back into drawing, and I want to learn how you create your art and designs, because I really like how cute it looks, but I'm way too anxious to ask, and I don't know where to start. Don't worry. Close your eyes, you saw nothing. But also for starting art and like drawing things and making things cute, I think at least for me, one of the most important parts of it is color. Because, like, if you can even start with, like, little chibis of things and just practice your color palettes, I feel like that's, like, it's, like, a real make or break difference when it comes to drawing cute art. And really do start with, like, chibis. Work on drawing eyes and, like, how to stylize different, like, cartoon character eyes, because there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. And actually, if you'll even notice probably with my art, I don't stay very consistent with how I do anime character eyes. I like to experiment a lot. I like to experiment with a lot of things, though. I think that's part of the fun of art, which is why traditional art has been so fun for me, is, like, I'm finally getting to, like, dust off my experimenting bones. Speaking of art fight, question for you. Plus, if you had to pick like an RPG class, what would you be? Okay, wait. This is a really fun question. I'm gonna guess for some guys, because who can't answer. Also, I'm still surprised Miku Clock has not gone off yet. But maybe I did something wrong? Oh. Okay, there you go. So now it's time for my fun interjection, where I can answer your question. So, to go to Art Fight to answer this question, because I'll grab pixels. Leica is inspired from Gumi, and Gumi is inspired from Ronka Lee. Leica is Ronka Lee? Wait, who is that? Who is Ronka Lee? I feel I'm a fake Vocaloid fan. I didn't know that. Okay. And does the Mew emote mean what I think it is? Like Mew, like Pokemon, yeah. I want to do emotes of Mew because I was looking at the emotes of Mew that exist online already, and there's like not a whole lot of them. So I want to make some more for myself. What is the Miku Clock? Miku Clock is something, and someone just asked, what is that Miku Splash sound? So Miku Clocks, if you Google it, it's something that was made by Rory, Cloudy Rory, and a friend. And it's basically like an art clock that helps you time breaks that you want to take. I use it on stream sometimes when I'm doing like the 30 on 30 off method. Okay, wait. So I'm trying to remember, like, is there a class that's like Berserker? Because I like don't go to D&D. I've never played. But like probably I'm gonna do this like Pokemon stats wise. Wait, sorry, isn't it Minnow Clocks? Did I say Minnow? I meant to say Minnow Clocks. It's Minnow Clocks, not Miku Clocks, if that's what I said. So like high attack, not very good special, but like also high speed? Barbarian? Okay. I'm learning, listening and learning. There's Barbarian? Okay, okay. Is there like a nun in... Actually, no. I would probably... She's probably like a mage? Cleric? I could see... See, I would probably be a cleric. I know my ass is doing no damage. There's three mages, white mage, black mage, and red mage. I didn't know that. It sounds like a Pomodoro timer. Those help my brain so much. Yes. And also you can set how long the time is and also what the little reminder is. She gives me witch vibes. I said this to my friends earlier today while I was editing a VOD. Hold on. Wow, this is like so light. I was watching a stream that she had done where she was like, I think there should be a grant, like a witch grant, in the same way that there are like artist grants for local artists. There should be a witch grant so that you can guarantee that every town and city has at least one witch. Yeah? Yeah, it's on top of the fridge. On top of the fridge. Because Harbor keeps trying to eat it and he's getting fat. It's like special food to help Buggy gain weight. Which grant okay, wait. Hold on. I have to see if I can find exactly what it was that she said, because it was killing me. I do think we need a grant for witches like we have artist grants. We need to make sure something interesting is going on in our towns and cities. You need a witch. It's good for the local ecosystem and keeping things fun. But like, said it like completely flat affect. Like, no, not even sarcastic at all. And I was like listening to this, I'm like, I know you're being sincere, which I think makes it even funnier. Like, I know you mean this. Fat shaming him. Listen, I just don't want him to be unhealthy. And for cats, if you can't see their waist anymore, they're getting too big. Clerics in D&D specifically can do a lot of damage. Really? I don't know. I don't know anything. Like a pagan or a bog witch who eats children. Like either. Like you need some. Even like a Molgoth witch is like better than nothing. You got to keep things interesting. I have no idea. I was thinking I wanted a peak emote. Like a Mew peak, because I was like being mischievous earlier. Also, have any of us seen Unico? No, actually, I haven't seen any of Unico. Mew Peak Cinema. Also, does Forrest have an Artfight account? No, he doesn't really draw or post anything online. He does have Chestnut, his character, up, which is like his little Tanuki guy. But he has that up on my account so that people can draw it if they want to. And technically, I put it up because I like seeing people draw that guy. I know it makes him happy. I like how this looks kind of scary. Like, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. No, everyone was like making it too cute. I'm like, no, it needs to be like a little eerie too. What brush do you use for line art? Is it a default one? I have it on my FAQ. So if you, yeah. Thank you, Baz. It's basically an edited G pen to have a little bit of texture. It's really easy to make too. It only takes like 2 steps. I just realized I was watching earlier in the stream and not live. I was live reacting to a very not up to live stream. It's okay. It's more than okay. This goes back to the first question I asked, but how do you pick the color you use for shading? Sorry for question. No, don't apologize. It is a little bit of color theory, unfortunately, because how I pick is going to depend on the piece. But generally speaking, when I pick for an environment that's got like kind of even or white lighting, I'll usually make the shaded, like the shadow color, a darker, more saturated version of the color of whatever body of the thing is that I'm shading. But if it's an environment that's got color, instead I'll do a darker, more saturated version of that color, but like closer in the color wheel to the environmental color. Also, can someone give me a number between 1 and 1028? I want to draw a random Pokemon. Sure, draw 151. Okay, wait, also people going, I think it's funny that you come into the Pokemon chat and like people know their favorite Pokemon's Pokedex number. This is kind of beautiful, actually. Also, I want to start journaling. Do you have any tips? I kind of journal like how I used to use social media. I will just like write anything. It's there for you and for whatever you want it for. I just want Dragonite. I think that's 148, but I think that might be Articuno. Dragonite might be 147? I could be wrong. You gotta let yourself look crazy with your journal personal writings. They are yours. Yes, absolutely. Also, would it be weird if I attacked someone I attacked last year? No, I think that they would probably really appreciate that. I have friends that I intend to attack again this year because I like drawing for people that I'm friends with. So I wanted to ask what kind of brand book do you use for journaling? That's more than okay. I personally use one that's like and per se, but I think that anything is good so long as the page is like thick enough to hold up to whatever pen and ink that you like. And the numbers are someone asked for random Pokemon to draw. That's why people are giving numbers. 149? I was so close. I was closer with 148. Man. Also, speaking of witches, have you guys ever watched The Owl House? I have, yes. My little sister really likes The Owl House. So I watched it because I love her. It was her, like, you know how, like, Steven Universe was a lot of people's baby gay cartoon? The Owl House was hers, so I had to watch it because I needed to support my local bisexual. I say as if I'm not like bisexual too. How can I help? There's no helping. I just need moral support while I'm working on it. And like, to be fair, the print is coming along. I think that it looks nice, but I'm taking my 30 minutes off break for it. I feel like this Mew is not like peaking enough. Like I think the hand needs to be closer to its face to make it clear what it's doing. Owl House is a great baby gay show. It absolutely is. Okay, that looks a little better. The bisexual siblings. Need to play Pokemon again. The last one I played was Legends Arceus. I have not played Legends myself, but my boyfriend did. The last game I played was Violet, and I didn't get too far. Although I guess like I am playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but it's like the most recent game I played was Violet, I should say. So excited for Art Fight Teams to be revealed. It's only 3 days away. I am too. I'm so excited. And then Saturday we have a Pride event with a friend of ours. Also, I lied. I'm actually going to 6 Prides this year. Like, I said 3, or it's either 5 or 6. But I completely miscalculated the fact that there's, like, 2 that are, like, really close by, and we have off for it. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to more. Friday is Pride. Saturday is Pride, sorry. Friday, we're watching movies with you. The extremely prideful critter. I'm kind of surprised because like I didn't go to this many last year by any stretch of the imagination. Also, I realized I probably should have like a square, so I know that I'm making these square formatted, or else they won't work as emotes. I kind of perfectly formatted that though, in my mind. Agreed. I like to have fun. So if you could release the Mew remotes as a PNG, that would be so epic. I'm healthily obsessed with Mew. I was thinking of putting them in my Ko-Fi as like a little pack. I wouldn't charge very much for them though, because they're for fun. But I hope everybody is okay with that, because critter emotes I have like released for free, but I do wanna get into doing more digital assets so that Mr. Forrest doesn't always have to die shipping things out. One must imagine Minecraft to make an emote? Oh, because it's squares. Well, and I was going to say, I'm going to try and do a pack of 6. I had the idea for like 1 or 2 I wanted to do, but what are things that people would want as emotes, like faces? Because I'm trying to think, I use nodding or like yes a lot. I don't know if I'll do that one with this because that would be animated. Do you think you'd ever do an emote pack as a commission for someone? I would really like to try that, and actually one of my like easy art fight days, if I can't do any of the things on the chart, is I want to make an emote pack for somebody. Because I think that would be cute to do. Oh, pleading eyes? Okay, wait, I can definitely do that. I want to say I love your stream diary. Seeing someone else with plurality has made us loads more confident and understanding. Now we have a partner who makes us feel loved and understood. That's really sweet. Good evening, Minnows. What did I miss? Also, I will do the pets. I don't know if it's working. Not too much. I am doing 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off. So I worked a bit on this before I switched over to doing little Mew emotes. Although I don't really like your eyeball. Hold on. I'm gonna do a different eye for Mew. An expression I've been loving is pangolining, which is like putting my hands together like a pangolin if I feel shy. Oh, I understand. So hi Critter, I wanted to ask if you or anyone in the chat have any advice with packing up stuff really quickly. I'm only moving out of my parents' house, but the problem is I have to make sure I have all the things I need packed up and plane ready in like a little less than a week. Okay, you need to have like a day-to-day luggage case. So like the things that you use to cook food, at least a few outfits, toothpaste, toothbrush, obviously. You're gonna want to have your driver's license and like probably your passport at the ready. And other than that, like anything that you could see needing, even like entertainment stuff or like stuff that you need for your job, have that in a separate bag from everything else. And then other than that, try to make it so that the boxes are like themed, so that when you go to unpack them, you know, have like a box that's like, this is all kitchen stuff, and have a box that's like, this is all bookshelf stuff. And yeah, medications in the day-to-day bag too is very important. I kind of like it. I want to make it eerie. I love it. I love Persona emotes. Emote packs are so silly. They're really fun. I really want to do emote packs as like practice for myself, but also like because I think that they would be fun to do as commissions. And I've been doing name badges for so long that mixing it up a little bit would be nice. But I shall see. I shall see if that's something you want to do. I like how freaky it looks. So it'd be so cool if you made one of the Mew emotes look like it was using a psychic move. Oh, I could see that. Throwing things around with my psychic powers. I'm trying to like... How do I do like pleading eye emoji? What does pleading eye emoji even look like? It's like this. Okay, well this is just autism creature. I could do... Not sure that's the idea, but I think it'd be cool if there was a regular version and a shiny version pack. Oh, trust. As a shiny Mew enjoyer, as someone that has shiny Mew plush in the works, I promise I will do a shiny Mew pack as well. I love shiny Mew. Pleading is also pleading shiny Mew plus. Hold on. I can show you. I can grab. I saw them on Blue Sky. They do. Blue Sky's adding group chats. Okay, gets jump scared. Hold on. So this is like the color it'll be. But I specifically got Minky because I'm always really scared to get Sherpa because the cats really like to need Sherpa, and then the fur gets all scary and matted until I brush it. So I'm gonna have to keep my fursuits away for them. Oh yeah, it'll be an actual pack. I wanna do it so I can have it up on our shop. The EP Mew, yes, I think it's very cute. My favorite plush artists are the Comfy Friends line Sherpa. They are, which is why I have to keep Esper away from them, because they try to need and attack Esper. Is Sherpa the evil texture that is evil? I mean, it's not evil if it's nice, but the problem is just when it gets like yucky. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. What do you think of that one Bubble Mew card from the TCG? I actually don't... Like the shiny Mew? I've seen it. I think it's very cute. Esper, I love Esper. Me too. If it's not obvious, I like psychic type cats. I have a lot that I enjoy. Mew emotes? Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to like figure out how to make it look like it's pleading. Actually, its eyes need to be wider apart. One of the things with Mew is that if you think you've made the eyes wide enough apart, you're probably wrong. You need to make it wider. Plague of Locust, thank you for the resub. Mars included? Exactly. I know when plush type fabric melts slightly when you wash it, and that makes the texture bad. I hate when that happens. That's also one of the reasons I prefer Minky. Like, can I do it like this? It's kind of like a mantis in that way. I'm seeing the similarities as I'm drawing. It is so cute though. I want to grab its little nose thing and like shake it around. On my way to work. What are you doing right now? I'm currently working on Mew emotes as a break from working on my Miku print, but I will be returning to the Miku print after 30 minutes. Mew is a prey animal? I think it could be any animal, which is the fun part. It could be prey or predator because it knows transform. Possible next emote, Mew scrunch up with double chin and Fleming response. That would be really funny. Doing ugly one. I'm trying to do cute ones, but I'm like, I gotta have. What if I do a cute pack and an ugly pack? Because most people who would use Mew emotes are probably using it because it's cute, but I have to provide for my ugly Mew truthers. I think it made your eyeball too tall, though. Mew has the genes of all Pokemon, right? So it stands to reason that it can do whatever. Exactly. I love seeing people with lots of cool character designs, but I yearn to dress up characters in different outfits. It's so fun. Oh, I actually should have that as a permission on our character pages, that you can put them in different outfits, because I actually... Hold on. I really like to see outfits that people do. Hold on. Thank you for the reminder. Different outfits. Art fight. There we go. Ugly Mew truther. I think I am now one. Well, so Lemmy, when I was talking about Mew, was like, people say that Pikachu got mascotified, but they need to look at Mew, because Mew used to look like a weird little ugly alien fetus cat, and now it looks like a Sanrio character. I'm like, it is true. I love it in all of its forms, but I would be a liar if I said I didn't like the mascotification of it. I think that it's very cute. Lemmy is a freaky Mew truther. This is very true. Lemmy is a freaky Pokemon truther in general. Like, anytime a Pokemon could be strange or more creepy, she's like, do it. Make it weirder. And I love that. Actually, I want to have it, like, leaning backwards, I think. Oh, so hello, welcome in. A lot of Pokemon got their designs changed for the sake of animating better. This is very true. Very, very true. I was about to ask, didn't you already do that today? But I think I was just looking at them earlier today, which is not the same as feeding them.
Well, if I did feed them, then they ate everything already, so they're allowed to get more.
Also, thank you for the hydrate. It's a Jerboa, my boyfriend says with his chest. Mew? Mew is not a Jerboa. Did a plane just crash into your house? No. Unfortunately, we have a road next to us, and cars around here like to take the muffler, or people who like have cars around here like to take the muffler off their cars. So there are loud car sounds sometimes. And that is with this room being soundproofed and also being on the top floor. So it was for not, it's not out of any lack of trying on our part, I promise. Put Lemmy in Game Freak. In charge of Game Freak, she will call the week. Game Freak, the thing is, Game Freak could never let it happen because they love their merch too much. They need to sell 5,000. They need to sell 5,000 plushies to meet quota. What's your opinion on Corviknight or Rowlet? I like Shiny Rowlet, but Corviknight is okay. I think it's alright. Also, is the bring your own music thing going to be permanent? I personally really like the background music, sets a vibe for stream. I've been doing bring your own music just because my brain's been kind of noisy lately, so it helps me like focus. But I could definitely do background music, like maybe on the Sunday stream, because it'll be a little longer. And I don't usually wear headphones when doing traditional art anyway, because I like to listen to my own music. I like Shiny Corviknight. I think it's funny that Shiny Tinkaton isn't shiny. It's that its hammer is shiny. Like it literally is just a shiny hunter itself. And we get mad at her for killing the shiny, and it's like, God forbid women do anything. Tinkaton is my baby. I love her. I think it's so funny. It is like a Pokemon that's entire concept is just that it kills for fun is like so beautiful to me. So I think I accidentally duplicated both, but it's okay. I don't actually need both. I support her wrongs. She kills and she's cute. What more could you want? Exactly. Exactly. The funniest part is the shiny hammer isn't even shiny Corviknight colors. Wait, it's not? I thought it was. I love colors. So, he says he swears he's talking Pokemon lore intensely now. That Mew is supposed to be a Jerboa? But Mewtwo looks like a cat. And Mew also kind of looks like a cat. I say this is a Corviknight fan. It's a copper color. It's the bones of shiny Corviknight. Oh, closes my eyes. It's not shiny colors. Wait, really? What's shiny Corviknight color? Because the hammer I remember being copper, but I don't know what shiny Corviknight is color. Like what color it is. It's like gray? Where did she get that from? What's that metal then? Did it rust? What she's like finding something completely brand new. She's just killing everything, I guess. It's kind of beautiful. You kind of see Mewtwo like Lab Mouse Schrodinger's cat. Oh, okay. I kind of like that idea. Okay, wait, now I don't know what else to do emote-wise. Also, don't like the tail being this close, but I'll come back to it. Well, no, I can just do it like this. This is the sketch after all. It's okay if it's messy. Thumbs up, thumbs down would be good. I can do thumbs up, definitely. The only thing is, I feel like if I put Mew's head here, it would be a lot. Mew does look like a mouse to me. I could see it with the tail. The silver rusting is actually a good point. It could be that it's rusting. Mew has thumbs. I mean, it's got... kind of. It's got a hand like this. In response to the background music, thank you for the answer. Does anyone have links to Nintendo and Pokemon song playlists to Critter plays sometimes? Honestly, let me grab a link to one. 2 forced characters I'm adding to Art Fight this year will be my lovely lesbian characters. I'm very excited to see people draw them. However, I'm afraid people draw the plus-sized one skinny. I'm going to be honest, after having Leica on Art Fight one year, people were actually really good with that, so I don't think you have too much to worry about. I think that if you specifically have the characters plus-sized, people will respect it. Also, this is to Valo in the YouTube chat if you would like a playlist. I was going to play this, but then I was like, I don't know if I can have music tonight. Multitasking a bit. Watching stream MLP in the background and learning to crochet. Stream makes me feel creative. Wait, that's awesome. And also, I'm so impressed that you're doing all of that at once. But I also am encouraging you, and also I'm glad that we make you feel creative. Bathtub cleaning task done. I just gotta finish the dishes now. I've gotta do that so bad. I've gotta clean the bathtub, because I was doing the dishes earlier today, but I was looking at the tub when I was showering. I was like, I gotta scrub this out. So it's really funny. I came in just to drop support and then ended up sat here watching. When I was gonna say support, we have to go back to the print still. It's actually, now that I've like been away from it for a little bit, it's not even bad. Like, it's actually very close to being done now that I'm looking at it. Like, I could keep adding detail, and I think it would be nice to add more detail, but it's really not terrible. I think I just have a disease. It looks done to me. I was gonna say I can keep adding small details. Oh wait, hold on, I saw a highlight. I got accepted to an internship for college. Happy I got accepted. Sad that I have to go work now. I was gonna say I'm happy you got accepted too. Alright. Maybe I should do like Dead Mew. I have one in my first node that looks kind of like this. The chestnut canvas is killing me. He asked me to draw him like that. He specifically was like, "Can you please draw me ugly?" And I was like, "Okay."
This is yours. This is also yours.
Oh, thank you. Although the purple, could you put it in the Philadelphia dono bin?
No one want purple?
No one want purple.
Not even you?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, you could try it. Also, I gotta switch the canvas. Back to the miku. I mean, people will probably want purple at Philadelphia. I guarantee you. That's so cute. Thank you. Why no purple? I just don't. This print was originally supposed to be purple. I think purple just is the bone hurting color for me. What purple though, may I ask? It's kind of like a dark purple, or like a dusty dark purple, similar to the star up here. The two different frames of Chestnut, like happy and then horrified, is taking me out. Philadelphia, yeah, Philadelphia is a furry convention that happens in Philadelphia, and so there's like a swap meet that happened last year that I have been saving stuff for. I basically have like a little tiny basket of a bunch of art supplies, so that when I go, any of the colors that none of us really like or use, we can bring, because I know plenty of people, like especially in the furry fandom, like the color purple and pink, and I like some kinds of pink, but I really only like a soft like rose or like cherry pink. I don't really like hot pink. So I have a bunch of beads and a bunch of like a bunch of pens and washi tape and stuff that are like hot pink and purple to give away to people. Keep missing the chestnut image everyone's talking about here for you to see. Also, could I have the purple, the way he said not even you is frying me. I think he just gets sad to give stuff away. Baby?
What?
Could I have the purple filler so I could show people what color it is? Or like what kind of purple?
Yeah.
I love the stretchy face one. I drew that because that's what I want to do to him. When I was drawing him, I kept thinking like I want to grab your cheeks and like stretch your head out. I feel like it would make like a leather stretching sound. The draw teeth is a note to myself for his model, to draw teeth. If you're curious, that's what the note is for. All right, hold on. Gotta do. I guess it says Maybe I'll try it. It says it's lavender. I don't know how much I believe that, because it's really dark. Mama God, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Please. Please. I just got a wolf in Minecraft. Wait, that's awesome. Man, I haven't played Minecraft forever. But I've kind of been enjoying art so much that I haven't, like, needed to play video games as a reward. I've been enjoying the grind. Also, hold on. I'm back. See? No wire mother. His what? Opened my eyes big and wide. Forrest has been trying to toy around with rigging on... Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. It's like the free VTuber program, rather than... God, please ignore how my tablet looks like it's been through war. This is... I have never seen it this detailed and this close before. I'm kind of embarrassed. My tablet that's gone through 5,000 torments. It's been well loved. It gets used quite a lot. Ew, be nice. Be nice. It's not even like gunk either, because it's just the plastic has been worn off of the tablet because of how much it's not oily. Please, for the love of God, I swear it's not oily. I wipe this thing down with like a wet wipe regularly. I really love that shade of purple. I'm a fan. They're supposed to look like that. I really like the dots. Why are there dots? From me stabbing it, like clicking with it, I guess. So honestly, it might actually be lavender because the lead tends to be much darker than the actual color. Okay, maybe I'll try one of them then. I do have two. I have two of them, so I will still bring one to give away. Because I'm really not the biggest fan of purple. But I my iPad screen protector looks like that. I was gonna say I feel like it's so beat up, but it's because of years of love and like drawing. Critter multitasking carving while drawing. Stop. I'm carving into the slab. Why has it been put into the Iron Maiden? Torturing my tablet. I kind of like having the hooves and the horns be outlined in this pink because it makes them look kind of like, I don't know how to describe, like a gummy candy or like a hard candy. And I imagine that if these are dream sheep, they would be like candy or cotton candy sheep. Now they're supposed to technically be electric sheep because it's like based off of the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep book title, but it's okay. I think tablet looking like it's been in war just shows it's been used and loved and not wasted. This is very true. This is very true. If it had no marks on it at all whatsoever, I feel like I would be like, I feel like my artist card would be revoked. I think this tablet's almost 4 years old now. And I've been maybe older actually, because it was before we moved here. Tastes like candy, feels like CRT. Do you understand? Absolutely. I fully understand. It's like old Care Bears. I feel like the old Care Bears VHS's, like, the art style would taste and feel like that. I'm listening to that as an audiobook. I kind of want to listen to it as an audiobook because like I said, I'm kind of like the reading list judge. I've not read a book in so long. The other parts of our system have been reading House of Leaves, and they just got to like chapter 11. At least they got to the part of the book where it starts getting funky, like the page formatting starts getting funky, because I remember seeing a picture of it being like, I think your book is broken. But it probably would do my brain some good to like have reading material. I really want to use brighter colors in my work. Also, is this going out with the next print club mail? This is actually, well, yeah, so it'll be the next one. This is the print club for May. It was a piece that has been kicking my butt for a while, so I have been, it's late, but that's why I'm working on it tonight. And all of you are holding my paw, and I'm shaking and crying and throwing up and scared. I say that, but again, like, as I'm zooming out from it, I'm like taking breaks from it, I'm like, actually it looks pretty good. I don't know why I was so freaked out. And it's, I mean, I don't, also, is the Art Fight watch party still happening? Yeah, that's going to be on Sunday. I'm going to do a traditional piece on Sunday, and we can all watch the team reveals. I'm very excited, honestly. Like, I'm excited because on tomorrow I'm watching a movie with friends, and then Saturday I'm going to a Pride event with some different friends. And I don't want to, like, rush through those things because those are also both really exciting, but guys, I'm so excited for Art Fight, I cannot contain it. Also, did captions pause? I can always refresh them if they did pause. Also, out of curiosity, what program do you draw in? Sorry if that's probably hella frequently asked. It is more than okay. I draw in Clip Studio Paint. I really like Clip Studio Paint. I drew in Fire Alpaca when I was younger, and then Photoshop for a few years after, and then we switched to Clip Studio, I heard, after it corrupted a bunch of our comic pages. So I've been enjoying it. I have no complaints about it, really. I got a new drawing tablet and also an anatomy book thing, and oh boy, I got used to it quickly and can feel my art block escaping my body. I need to pick up one of the anatomy books we have so bad, because I am going to be honest, I just kind of flicked through and went, ooh, pretty pictures, and then like didn't absorb anything. And I feel like I can draw pretty well, but I always think that there's room to improve. I think I have attention problems. The bookshelf incident is still really sad. Pharaoh Pekka mentioned it's been so many years. That was like that was my baby's first art program other than MS Paint. Also, speaking of books, do you have recommendations? I as I've said a few times, I'm not the reader, but I know the person that's reading House of Leaves right now really liked Haunting of Hill House, could probably sense a common theme. And that one is not as long, I don't think. At least it's not as fat as House of Leaves is, like book size wise. Been lurking on Art Fight since April. It's so bad. Listen. We're so close. Also, do you have any idea when the stream would start? No, I have no idea because I don't know when. If anyone can figure out what time the Art Fight team reveal stream will start EST, I can tell you right now when the time would start, like when the stream would start, but I don't know when it starts, so I can't answer that question, unfortunately. Hi.
They took an empty can of food under the futon.
Yeah.
I found this under the futon. And then they took 2 of my sleep masks.
They're so bad. Why do they abduct things under there? Did you ever find your car keys?
I did find my car keys.
Where were they?
They were underneath my nightstand. I think they got bad.
Okay. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it starts? Okay. And is the announcement at 9 a.m.? Wait, I think it was 2 p.m. Eastern. Wait. Or Fight Talk reminded me of a question I've had that you probably mentioned in an older stream. Are you planning on streaming every day? No, I will die. I'm gonna do the 4-day a week like I've been doing for a while. As fun as streaming every day of the month was last year, I think afterwards I was like so like fried, burned out that I need the time, especially the time to like sketch pieces. And one thing that I've noticed about streams is that the reveal is at 4 p.m. Okay, so what we're probably gonna do then is if the reveal is at 4 p.m., I'll probably start stream at 2 p.m., right? So then we have 2 hours to draw, and we can get hyped up, and then we can watch the reveal, and then maybe finish the piece, if that sounds good to everybody. Bi flag colors are so goated. I figured that since it's the piece that's going to be going out during Pride, I could do a bi flag color piece. Yeah, I was going to say I don't think I would live streaming that early. I like waking up that early, but I like waking up like, I mean, I guess 9 a.m. is not that early for me because I woke up at like 4 today. But I need the time to wake up slowly, and that's 2 p.m. EST. So my time zone is when I'll start, but I will probably I'll stream until the reveal, which is going to be at 4 p.m. EST. I also noticed that this dot is kind of like at a weird spot because of her foot. Oh, okay. What if I just died? When are you starting? I zoned out. It's okay. I'm starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday for the Art Fight team reveal stream. If that is the correct time and the reveal is at 4 p.m. EST. I think it is. Is EDT also EST? I think so. I was just uploading stuff to my Art Fight, and it's cool to see people I've commissioned actually be on Art Fight and I went to credit. Wait, I didn't know you could do that. When you're crediting like them on Art Fight, do you mean like they're crediting your work, or like you're finding them on Art Fight to credit? EDT is daylight savings. Okay, thank you. The teams are revealed at 4 p.m. EDT. Okay, so we'll start at 2 p.m. EDT, and then we'll like build up to it. I kind of like the sheet being darker because it's coming closer to the screen. Yes, but I need to make the fur darker in that case, or like the fur lines darker. I've never seen Critter make that face with the I think so. I was confused. I was a little lost. Also, sorry, I'm taking my headphones off and putting my glasses back on. Guys, it's so warm in here that I just put my glasses on my face and they fogged up. Help me. I'm cooking. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt and shorts, and I'm still, and I have like a fan going. Are you still considering polka dots on the socks? No, because originally I had polka dots on the socks and it got really noisy. I might do like a little line around the top of the socks, but I kind of like them just being white. I'm gonna see how it goes though. We've officially reached June heat. It's so beautiful though, and I like that we're getting thunderstorms like every day because I love thunderstorms. Okay, so you're starting the stream at 2 p.m. EST on Art Fight Day. Yes, on Sunday. Foggy glasses inside. That's hard. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm 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 being cooked. Boiled rabbit. Okay, hold on. One thing other than that that's kind of bothering me is this little part of the bubble, dream bubble down here. It's kind of got like a weird lump in it that doesn't look like it's on purpose. It looks like an accidental lump. It's 98 degrees outside. Hurricane season is gonna hit us like a truck. Please, I don't know what people do to prep for hurricane season, but I hope everyone stays safe. I always get scared for friends and movies that are in like hurricane zone. Also, I realized there was supposed to be more sheep back here that I just didn't line for some reason, but we're gonna do that now. I'll just draw them. I think it's kind of funnier if they're like kind of silly because they're background sheep. It's been funny hearing this because where I live, it's been like 2 Celsius with sideways rain and 140 kmhpf, kilometers per hour, kilometers per year. I don't know why that took me so long. Shh, don't worry. Literally, there was a hurricane warning in Florida. Everyone, when there was a warning, oh, I'm gonna go buy a pub sub and go to the beach. I don't care. That's kind of beautiful. Catnip works on Buggy now. He's old enough. We can finally give our son drugs. This is a real milestone in parenthood. We don't prep, we just hope and pray for the best. He's of legal age now. He's like alligator rolling in it. Okay, are you aware that you may have just given the most insane animal we have, like, a substance? I like that the sheep is, like, flying sideways. He's rolling and then sprinting to the other pile. I'm in danger. It could calm him down. I don't think it will. I really don't think that's what's going to happen because Buggy was sedated and was still running around. Like, he was sedated and, like, falling over and still, like, trying to play. So I think you've been mentioning that you're going to prep for Art Fight. Aside from making new refs, is there anything else you mean by prepping? Drawing, like, little decorations for a profile, but really that's not too much because our profile's pretty up to date. And then also doing practice pieces. So not doing pieces of people's characters, but doing pieces of our own characters in the, like, styles that we want to do for Art Fight. Wait, I think it'd be kind of funny if, like, his little hooves... He's flying. It's the best way to find characters on Art Fight. This will be my first year participating. Low-key, I just do random character until I see one that I think is cute. Sometimes I'll click into my friends' pages and, like, see characters they've attacked, or, like, people who have attacked them whose art style I like. But really, I just do random page. Sometimes I'll, like, look up specific tags, but, like, honestly, people don't be tagging their characters. I don't know why. I try to look up, like, more, like, pastel or, like, kimono characters, and I never find anything that I want to draw. I'm just like, okay, sniffle. How old is the young fellow? Buggy is now officially a year old. He looks very long. Do I need to understand coding to decorate my Art Fight profile? I've never done it before, and I don't know how everyone's pages look so cute. I'm literally so glad you asked, because I saved a video earlier. I saved a video earlier on that exact topic that was called How to Make Your Art Fight Profile Look Cute Without Coding. And, hold on. It should be, yeah, okay. I haven't seen this yet, so I can't, like, say that it helps, because, like, I don't know. This is not what I did for my profile. I used a CSS code. But this is something that I know that some people have been, usually I find artists on other platforms, I stalk their pages and see if they have art fights, then check out their characters. Honestly, I don't know any of my friends that are playing art fight other than Lemmy. And that's a lie. I know Lemmy, Harpy, Ver, and Tay are playing, and Nyaz. But other than that, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know anybody who's playing. And Miles. How did actually, I think I added Miles to my profile too. Or somebody did, because I saw Galissapod. Lemmy's friend made a code which Lemmy shared in the Discord, and I stole that shit. It's so cute. Wait, Toasty, you're playing? I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know. I said evilly. Can we share our art fight profiles in chat? No, go ahead, please do. I really want everyone to have as much fun as they can, and if that would help you find other people that are playing, I would love if you did that. 1 year old and he's high? What is happening to the youths these days? What's funny is, like, I think 1 year old in cat years is like 7 years old too, so we literally just gave a 7-year-old cat weed. Please attack. Okay, sorry. Please attack me getting censored. Wait. Links don't work in chat. As a heads up, you would have to just send your username, not a link to your profile. Your art fight is Lilac? That is a nifty username grab. So I've never done art fight before because I've always been busy with summer work. Are you going to be busy this year, though? You could play this year. It's never too late to join. 7 years old smoking that Urple. Also, hello, welcome in. Been lurking, but my art fight profile is Toibi. Also, there's HTML templates on the Toy House if you don't want to code yourself. Absolutely, there's so many templates. I'm dying. I also think it's about to storm again, which is probably why it's so humid. Been trying to do art fight for the past 3 years, but every time I try, I get deathly sick in July. I hate it here. Now the brothers are fighting over the catnip. You've caused war in this beautiful, peaceful house. You've caused weed war. The brothers stoned. They don't even need to fight. There's 2 piles, too, and it's not like catnip, like, stops working once it's been used. Art fighting minnows who are in the Discord, remember that on the 14th, after the teams drop, we'll be releasing a Google form where you can submit your art fight username and fellow minnows to attack. Let's be real, it was never peaceful. This is true. This is true, but I could believe in a peaceful world. And also, yeah, people are sharing usernames for art fight. This will be the first time I attempt to join. This busy season in my job moved up 2 months and no conventions this year. Oh, you know what? I was just about to ask. What conventions, and I guess unless it's local, like, don't dox yourself, but, like, what conventions do people like to go to? No, Furry Wise, sorry, I just deleted the line art. Do your cats eat the catnip? No, usually they just roll in it and, like, rub their face in it. What's the name of your mechanical pencil and the color light you're using? We have a few different kinds of colored pencils. Mine, personally, like, asterisk, I use a Tombow colored pencil. It's, like, a pink... Well, okay, so I have a teal one and a pinkish lavender one. They're called Monograph... Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, Monograph Tombow mechanical pencil. And then the lead is Uni, which is like UNI color lead. I'm going to Furry Migration this year. Midwest Fur Fest is Peen. I've wanted to do Midwest Fur Fest, or like go to Midwest Fur Fest really bad. Been doing art fight for like 5 years now. The rules seem too much. I don't know if I want to participate. I mean, I don't know. I didn't like really see any of the rule changes that would make it too crazy. I might be like, I don't know. I think that when it comes to like art fight rule changes, you have to think if someone is going out of their way to like report that. Also, if you're talking about recent rule, and also, yeah, wait, it was fixed. That is right. So I think you're fine. I think that they rolled it back to people that were worried. Rule discourse has been mostly fixed now. The only thing is that they don't allow DNI lists unless it's age-related. Also, I guess the thing with DNI lists is that like, they couldn't enforce it. Not to encourage breaking the rules, but some of the stuff made me go like, who's even going to know that you used the base under your sketch? That's kind of what I was like scratching my head at, is like, I don't even know how the rules that were introduced could have been enforced, which is why I wasn't really worried about them. I also don't like use spaces. So again, that's kind of one of those things where it's like, shrug, I don't know. That and reference images too. And the reference images thing was just like kind of goofy. That it was worded in a way that didn't really make sense to how like most people do art. Well, and I was gonna say there is no rule about reference images anymore because they rolled it back. But that's kind of the point, is that like no one could really understand how far it went. I will say the rule on DNI list has been changed, yes, but Artfight already doesn't allow bigotry in their site, so do not panic. No, exactly. That's the other thing, is that like I feel that it's more like they wouldn't want to have to enforce like do not interact if you're part of this fandom, do not interact if you like know this user, because that is already a lot of like work for the Artfight staff to have to keep stuff like that up, you know? The moving Z's are really cute, thank you. I was low-key just thinking how unenforceable that is and didn't give a fuck, but photo bashes are allowed for the first time and excited to see. No, I'm so excited for collages. Also, as a somewhat new player, I actually never encountered stuff like this, so you'll probably be fine. No, exactly. Thunderstorms are peak when they aren't trying to blow your hat off your head. Luckily, I'm inside. I'm so excited for collages, you have no idea. Especially as someone that loves doing, like, traditional scrapbooking. I really want to see what people do with, like, digital scrapbooks. I think that'll be fun. And sometimes with DNI lists, I worry that trolls would use them as ammo anyway. That too. Also, like, I guess the question is, like, if you have your DNI list somewhere or it's, like, super long, the question is, will people, like, check it? In which case, you could just block someone if you don't like, like something that they draw or something that they did. But I don't really feel like that's on Artfight staff to enforce. There are never rules against referencing only direct tracing, but I think that's changed to be more lenient. So, are people actually getting Artfight attacks from ex-friends, icky people in their lives, or is it mainly people worried about association? I have no idea. I guess this is because I've been, like, I don't want to be, like, the drama-free I can't speak. Drama-free chud. There we go. But I just have never encountered... I'm like, how much beef do you have in your life that this is an issue? I don't know. I'm just here to draw pictures. You can also block people but see their profile? I have no idea. I didn't know that. I low-key don't have many enemies in the world. No, exactly, and if so, I would just like be like, okay, I'll just block them, it's fine. And any theme predictions for Artfight? Personally, I am very excited for the possibility that it's City Lights and Forest Nights because of the background of the announcement banner being a city. That's what I think it's gonna be. I also am a huge Lovestruck versus Heartbreak fan. The only one in our system that is. Y'all have enemies, not on purpose. I don't do that I don't make them. It's sometimes just someone put it this way: if you do anything worth a damn, unfortunately, there's going to be a guy that develops like an insane parasocial hate relationship with you, and that has proven true many times. However, it is very much one-sided. Like, I don't have the energy for that. So I guess they're not really enemies. It's just like guy who wants me dead so badly. And yeah, Bluck Button's my friend. You've refilling the water, don't you? Also, the only time I ever got uncomfortable with an attack, I just informed the artist privately, and that situation was solved easily. That's the thing. You can talk to people. It's okay. You can talk to people, and you can tell them that something made them uncomfortable, and usually people will be really nice. And if they're not nice, then that's when you can get Steph involved too. Like there's plenty of things that people can do, or just block. Also, let me do. Communication's very important, especially because a lot of the time it's just like a misunderstanding, or like they just kind of brisk past. Like I've had so many interactions that were like that, where I like said, no, I do not want someone to do this thing, and then someone did it, and I was like, why did you do that? And they were like, I did not see you say that. And I'm like, it's okay. That's why I asked. Also, hello. Welcome in. Isn't photo bashing only around for backgrounds now? I think photo bashing is allowed for backgrounds, and I think that they also are allowing like collages so that you can do like scrapbook style attacks, which I'm, like I said, I'm very excited for. I think they're gonna look super cute. I'm personally going to try to do either like some traditional collaging scrapbooking or just more like graphic focused backgrounds where they I'm looking for hello kind of like this piece actually, where I have a little more focus on the like the overall style and aesthetic of it. I believe the collages are its own category of attack now. Wait, that's so cool. Also, I've had literally no bad experiences on Art Fight to my memory, so I'm always advocating not being scared. Really, really, truly. I think that, and I think that even Nyaz, you and I have talked about this on stream before. A lot of times, the drama that seems to surround Art Fight, or like leading up to it, or even after, I've never like actually experienced any of it. Like I've seen people talk about it on social media, but my takeaway has just been, guys, I think that maybe social media kind of sucks because it seems to always bring out the worst in people's like takes on things. And I have had plenty of fun on Art Fight the last few years. And as a matter of fact, when people bring up things that I go, actually, that's a good point. Like, for example, a lot of new players to Art Fight have said they felt kind of left out, or like they didn't get many attacks and they wanted to have more visibility. When I heard that, I was like, you know what, that's very true. Oh, was there a miku sound? I forgot I took my headphones off. Thank you for telling me there was a miku sound, because I didn't hear. That means I can go back to doing something fun. I mean, to be fair, I'm actually kind of having fun with this now that I'm like, it's not so bad. It's getting there. Hello, my beautiful boyfriend. That I can do Mew emotes again. In 5 years of participating, I've only ever had one bad experience, and staff was so kind and quick with helping me remedy it. Yeah, exactly. Social media is moral OCD's biggest scary out there. It's like if you wanted to fast track having mental illness, you would just have to like form all of your opinions from what's trending on social media only, and you'll go insane. Really fast, actually. Where's that people get too comfortable saying things they can't get attacked for quote? Yeah. Also, I just think that, like, what was that sound? Miku's Angel. Okay, so the Miku sound is a timer that I have, because tonight I'm doing 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off of, like, work and then fun art. It's actually called Minnow Timer, or Minnow Timers. If you look it up on Google, or whatever search engine you prefer, it's something that was made by one of the members of chat, Cloudy Rory, and a friend of theirs. And I really like it. I think it's a great way to like make sure that you're not like doing too much work. There's a bunch of different reminders. So like there's a hydrate one, a stretch one. It's really cute. I think Tumblr discourse gave me moral OCD. I'm not even kidding. That's why I had to stop using it. Stopping using Tumblr kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was my original stomping ground when I was baby 14-year-old Kenny. But after kind of, like, coming back to life and, like, coming back online, I was on it for, like, a year, and I was like, it's just not fun. Like, everyone hates each other. I don't want to have to be well-versed in, like, 12 mutual in-laws beef just to be able to use the website. And I'm like, there were definitely people that used it like that when I was younger, but it was something that you could kind of, like, not be involved in if you just didn't want to, or like not do that part of the website. And now it feels like that's kind of just all that's there. I instinctively do a 90-degree turn every time I see discourse, and it's the best survival instinct given to me, especially because like the older that I get, the more I see how cyclical a lot of it is, and like none of it ever reaches conclusions. It's the same arguments that we have over and over again. I do this all year. What, doing the 30-30 method or something else? I wonder if there are studies on moral OCD being amplified by social media. I would love to see it, and I'm sure that it will be something that exists eventually. Are you making emotes? I am. I'm making a Mew emote pack. I'm doing it for myself, but I'm going to put them in the shop when they're all done, because I know that other people would probably like to use them. I didn't realize how much Tumblr and other social media led to me developing moral OCD, and truly disengaging has helped. So I'll keep it real. For anyone scared of Art Fight, the only bad things that have happened to me over the years is not getting a thank you and someone tagging the wrong character by accident. No, and the thing is, I feel like that's another thing that I try, and I am still working on too from last year. I'm actually almost done. I only have like 10 attacks left to go through. Please say thank you to people if they do attacks for you on Art Fight. It's like they went out of your way to draw something for you. And even if like it's a baby artist and it's not like your favorite art piece, I mean, to me, I like those better because I can tell a lot of times they worked really hard on them. And it's less about the piece itself and more just like seeing that someone put love and care into making something for me. Just please go out of your way to like say thank you and be nice, because that can be like a huge difference for whether or not someone feels encouraged to play. And 1 year of thank yous is crazy. That's so many. I did take a break because I had to like do other things, but I started up again a month before Art Fight started because I'm like, I will get through these. I see so much discourse around Art Fight this year to the point that it's driving me away. The one time I actually no. Listen, Stuffy Clouds, close your eyes. I haven't seen any Art Fight discourse. You know how? All I've been doing is focusing on getting ready for Art Fight, and I'm not online. It's beautiful. I'm telling you. And also, the discourse is so extremely small. A slice of people who actually play. Don't let it make you afraid to play. I swear to God, it's not what most people are talking about. As a matter of fact, you should probably pay attention to who's putting that on your dashboard, and then either block or unfollow those people if you can, because that's just giving you brain worms. Also, would these possibly be stickers in the future? Honestly, I don't know how I would make little guys like this stickers, but maybe. I'm thinking of entering my first year of Art Fight. Also, not to be blunt, but you know how to not see online discourse? Exactly, that's why I've been offline. I'm like, I actually want to have fun with my life and not be miserable all the time. At this point, I started ignoring any discourse unless it's really bad. Well, because a lot of the times, you'll notice this with like the online carousel of discourse. People will find the most inflammatory, most dramatic way to word things, when in a lot of cases it's just like there was a lack of communication, or this is just kind of crummy. But it often gets like made to look like it's the end of the world, and it's just not. But like very rarely is it actually the end of the world. Art Fight discourse, and it's one person having 500 hypotheticals and one not great experience. Yeah. This meeting could have been an email. This internet drama could have been a private discussion between two people who had a disagreement. Exactly. Please, so that's all that to wrap this and say, please don't let it discourage you. I've played Art Fight this is going to be my 4th year, and it has been so much fun, and the community has made it very, very special to me. It's all overplayed TikTok discourse. Get TikTok off your phone. And I'm not even, like, you can use it if you want to, but I'm telling you, at least in the last few months, all evil that I've heard on the internet has stemmed from that damn app. I cannot stand it. And I used to use it, but like it just seems like people wanna fight only. I've been lurking. Can I share my Art Fight? Yeah. It's no links in chat, but you can share your username. Twitter too. You guys are saying that Art Fight is generally drama free, but I've seen a couple of people saying they don't want to get stuff from beginner artists. That is a very loud minority. Please, please, please. And also, if you see people say that, go to their Art Fight profile and then just block them, because then you don't have to see them anymore, right? Like, honestly, as hurtful as I know that hearing something like that can sound, that is not how most people play the game. And think about how like venomous animals are like very bright colors to tell you not to eat them, to protect themselves. Inversely, someone saying something like that is your sign to keep yourself safe and steer far away from them. Very, very far away from them. TikTok used to be good, and then it developed the Twitter algorithm, and now everyone got mean. No, exactly. Also, even when discourse is about a real issue, it's usually amplified. You need to go, is there a more likely scenario of this actually, if there's a more likely scenario that's less extreme, what is the solution of this actually, and is this discourse contributing to fixing anything? I constantly have to pull away from conversations that are happening online and go like, where is this going? Like, what is the end goal here? And does this help anyone that might be actually like badly affected by it? Because the second it starts getting to like, let's go send like harassment messages to the dev of whatever game or like app this is because we don't like what they do, I'm just sitting here like, I think we have truly lost the plot. I don't think, oh my god, it got so dark outside. Also, who's benefiting by me getting upset by this? Exactly. And a lot of the times, the eerie part is the people that are benefiting by you getting upset are the ones that are riling you up to begin with, because you have to remember that people can make money online by rage baiting because views and clicks make money now. So that's part of the reason I tell people when you see stuff like this to stop engaging, because you're essentially just paying the bills of people that are farming for engagement. The darkness. It's because there's going to be a thunderstorm, but it is kind of like funny. People are so quick to villainize as well. People were dogging on the staff like they were ontologically evil when they were like, at every step of the way, open to feedback. No, exactly. That was my experience too. I was actually reading through the things that they were saying, and I was just like, they seem very open to like listen to why people don't like this, and then they did walk back the rule. I don't know. People kept asking for my opinion on it, and that's part of the reason I didn't say anything is because like I don't like the rule, but I also don't really see how it would affect anyone playing because it seems so unenforceable that with the feedback that they're getting, I didn't need to be another voice in the conversation. I think that also, do you want me to turn the sunlight lamp on? No, it's okay. Let me say this actually. There are many times that people come in the chat and will ask, "What is your opinion on XYZ thing?" And it's usually like a current discourse topic. I will probably never ever answer those questions because I just don't see how they're productive. At the end of the day, guys, I'm a furry Twitch streamer. If you need to form your opinions based off of what I feel, it might be a sign that you need to take some time to step away and think about things yourself. And I'm happy to talk about things as they pertain to like learning art in the art community, but there's a lot of things that I just don't really have an opinion on because they're not anything to do with that. And or maybe I do, but I'm not going to share them because they have nothing to do with what I'm talking about here. So this is mega off topic, but it's awesome good news. No, don't apologize for good news. My longest standing online friend and I are finally meeting IRL this summer. For context, we've been friends since we were 8 years old. Wait, that's so cute. And are now in our early 20s. I'm also incredibly excited. She's bringing her boyfriend who I'm also friends with. They're going to accommodate my physical issues. Just wanted to share because sometimes the internet can be beautiful. That is beautiful. That's really sweet. Little Big Planet mentioned win. Opinion if hot dogs are sandwiches. They are, but my boyfriend, actually, wait, he might agree with me on this. I can't remember if he agrees with me and fights with another guy or if it's vice versa. I always forget. But a hot dog's a sandwich, yeah. Because, like, if a burger is a sandwich, then of course a hot dog's also a sandwich. Gaped jaw, Mew? What are you talking? Oh, like open mouth? Like for suggestions. I listen, I respect furry streamers greatly, and that's fine. I really appreciate it. I love streaming, but I don't stream to help you guys form opinions on how to navigate the internet. I just want to help you learn art and keep you safe. That is all that I'm worried about. Is a hoagie a sandwich? Well, of course. It's a hoagie. I don't know if you remember a few months ago, I said I was getting top surgery and I got it. It was 2 weeks post-op yesterday. Wait, congratulations. Can you do a kissy emote? All mine are ugly. Like blowing a kiss or like a little heart. But to lighten up my discourse comment, I now have a pen pal who I have a crush on. That is so cute. Wait, that's adorable. That's so cute. Also, I was confused why people were saying it's unenforceable when the main rule of art fight only drawing during July is pretty unenforceable. That I know. I mean that's also just like a playing thing. Like, you know, don't do it to be a jerk. I guess the only way that you can enforce it is if someone posts their art beforehand, right? Like someone draws something before July and posts it online and then also posts it on Art Fight. But otherwise, it's just kind of like a, you know, you just play by the rules because that makes the game more fun. Will I get shot if I say hot dogs are just hot dogs? I mean, they are just hot dogs, but it's kind of like how I think that ramen is like technically soup, but it's kind of also just ramen. Like it's kind of just like its own thing. I have no idea what that means, McBeagle. Also, oh my god, I think the thunderstorm's starting. I'm so glad they allow photo bashing and collages as attacks. No, me too. I think it's gonna be really fun to see what people do. So gotta go have dinner, have fun, everyone. No worries. Isn't ramen also a type of pasta? It's a noodle. I wonder if calling ramen pasta would be like contentious. hot dog is burger too to me. It's like how ketchup and mustard are gay married. Hot dog and burger are also gay married. Do you understand? The internet has genuinely been feeling like a brain frying machine. Being on it is like walking on hot coals just because someone said you might get a sweet treat. Just not worth it. No, exactly, exactly. And that's part of the reason that I've been doing more traditional art. And like, I love streaming. Actually, streaming is one of the few instances that I do enjoy being online. And I try to. God, I wrote a whole like journal entry about this. Um, I grew up on the internet because I did not have a lot of real life spaces to kind of be myself. You know, I was trans, I was autistic, other things going on. But I think the things that I enjoyed about the internet are kind of slowly getting phased out because they don't make a lot of money. I really love like games online, I love talking to people online, I love drawing and sharing art, and I don't think those things are ever going to really go away. But at the same time, I see that that's not the focus of a lot of websites anymore, and so I had to take a step back and go, like, how do I use the internet in a way that I enjoy? And is that even still possible to use it the way that I remember it? Because I might be getting nostalgia blinded right now, where the things that I enjoy about it may be kind of like on their way out. I think everyone should use the internet like fishing, go on it to find friends, and then bring them back somewhere you can chat on your own. Yeah, this is very true. This is very, very true. Oh, hold on, my YouTube chat. The ocean is soup! No, no, no cereal soup, no ocean soup. Just like malls dying, they're killing places on the internet just to loiter, which is really sad because that's where I made a lot of my friends and also had a lot of fun when I was a kid, was just loitering. Um, Also, photo bashing is editing photos together to make something new. It's used a lot for concepting since it can be relatively quick. Yes, this is true. And I was going to say, internet dying is, I mean, it's not dying, but like internet changing is very much like malls dying to me. I agree, they're like the same, it's the same concept. Oh my god, you're so cute. Also, please tell me if Miku goes off again, because my headphones are still off. Hold on. I have a question. The biggest thing keeping me from like going offline is art. So how do I stay engaged without throwing myself in the meat grinder? This is something that largely I am also trying to solve. So with my hands out like the goddamn SpongeBob image, I am constantly trying to understand how to stay engaged with the art community without feeling like I'm gonna go insane. Because every other speed paint is like, let me cover this art drama. Let me cover this, like, the new lolcow of the week. Said with contempt for lolcow culture, I think it's disgraceful, I think it's ableist, alright? Getting that out of the way. I love online artists and I love seeing their work. We have got to find a way to have community that is not just, like, drama coverage and fighting. There must be more than this. And I've said this before many times in my life about different things. When I was trans and I didn't know the word for it, and I like knew I wasn't a cis person, I was like, well, there has to be more than just boy and girl, right? There has to be more options. And I was right. There were other people that felt the way that I did. So I presume, Radical Onion, if you and I feel this way, there are probably other people that also have similar feelings. I think that's part of why I like streaming, because we can come together and brainstorm. Currently, the most luck that I found is using gallery-specific websites like for Affinity, so I can just go to specific artist profiles and look through their work. And also saving and bookmarking artist pages rather than than going through a digital like social media feed, so I can see what they've been working on specifically instead of like, you know, every single post and also recommendeds. Also, in my opinion, on one hand, words mean what people think they mean, so if most people don't consider hot dog a sandwich, then it doesn't matter if it technically fits the definition of one. On the other hand, yes, it is a sandwich, fight me. Oh my god, hold on, sorry, chat moves so fast. Maybe you could find an art community in mostly Discord servers, but like good Discord servers. Wait, hi Kale. Thank you for the stretch redeem. At this point, we just need to make our own social media app. Here's the thing too, and this is how I know that it's getting to be a problem. I have seen a few YouTube videos now that were like people talking about wanting to get off social media, wanting to get offline. And in multiple of these videos, there have been promos for paid social media apps. Like, you have to pay to use them. So it's kind of like a digital gated community. So my point being, you and I are feeling this. People that I really loathe to use this word, but like normies, air quotes, are feeling this. So other people are probably also experiencing this feeling. I think the problem with social media is it funnels everyone, regardless of interest or like opinion, into the same space. And so small communities like forums where they were based around interests are not like they don't exist the same way anymore. I mean, forums do exist, but like not as populated. Win stream, thank you. Oh, Critter, I was going to ask if you played Neopets semi-consistently. No, but I do want to. Site is getting lots of updates, but they're monetizing so much. Cough, void within event, cough. It really sucks because I understand it's not profitable to have a decently free kid site nowadays, but there's like no safe space for them anymore. This is true. I deleted my Instagram yesterday because I'm addicted to Reels. I re-downloaded Instagram today also. Kale, come to beautiful journaling world with me. I can send you my spreads that I've done later. Because I deleted Instagram as well to not deleted the app, but I deleted, or sorry, not deleted my account, but I deleted the app because I like sharing art there. But I don't check Reels specifically so that I don't spend more time on my phone. Something else about loitering becoming impossible and hangout spaces dying. Oh, hold on. Libraries are definitely one of the places one can still hang out without money having to pay, but I noticed the other day that a library near me has a sign now that says no teens on the second floor. It made me very upset on their behalf because what? That is really weird. I'm so sorry to hear that they're doing that. I wonder if like, but even so, like even if there have been kids that have been rowdy on the second floor, like they should still be allowed to use the space. It's just that people individually should be held accountable for their actions. I'm journaling a little. That's good. Is this discourse about discourse? It's less discourse about discourse and more like talking about how I've been trying to uncook my brain by trying to find hobbies offline so I don't keep seeing the doom spiral. Insta is fine for me. I don't get discourse. It's TikTok that's the problem. I will say Insta on my feed, like just on my images feed, I actually love because I keep getting recommended artists that follow me. And guys, there are so many really talented artists that follow me. I'm actually getting kind of like scared every time I see one. I'm like, I am so flattered that you like my work. Why? I feel like we are completely different leagues and you're above. And I don't know why you enjoy what I make, but I'm honored. Used to go crazy with journaling, but it's hard. I just want to spiral. No. Oh, wait. You mean internet spiral. I was like, spiral notebook? This discussion about discourse, exactly. Also, you said you were trans. Are you FTM? Only answer if you're okay. I am trans. I don't really consider myself FTM. I'm just kind of trans. I guess that's like the way that I've described it is like I'm not transitioning to be more mask. I'm just transitioning. But to say, I will say this. I am TME. Like I don't experience trans misogyny, at least like not internalized. There's definitely been people that have thought I was a trans woman, but like there's a whole other layer of experiences that I don't get. I'm honored because I said I'm honored. So it feels like this internet has capitalism, governments, politics, little claw in every part of it, and it's killing the fun part of the internet. It is. It is. Also, I'm trying to fight back against my urges to get back onto Twitter for art validation. I'm telling you, listen, you and I, we can hold hands and do this together. I also felt this while I was working on this print earlier. Also, by the way, Kill, this is what I was working on earlier. Sorry to the microphone that I just whacked. The problem is I know that people like my art and I like getting those compliments, but I can get nice compliments elsewhere. I don't have to go back to Twitter. Twitter is like my evil abusive ex-boyfriends that like I keep like wanting to go back to, and I'm just like, yeah, but the likes bro, and it's like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Remember, people were emailing you telling you to unfollow people for discourse purposes. People were like adding you in posts and being like, did you hear about this? Did you see this drama? It's not worth it. Also, speaking of journaling, do you ever struggle with finishing a spread? I'll start to write something but then get distracted or run out of words. Honestly, sometimes if I get distracted, that's just the end of the entry. Like, I'll literally just go, yep, that's done. I'm like, sometimes my entries are like a single sentence. Sometimes I don't even finish a page of doodles, and that's okay because it's still better than nothing. Same, mine never had conclusions. Sometimes it's a Twitter just landed in LA and he's PayPaling you $10K. It's every time I start to feel that way, I just go and show my friends what I'm working on, and they get excited and hype me up, and it works every time.
Do you want some matcha chocolate?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yes.
Matcha chocolate?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to think for a second. I hate how toxic Twitter is now. It makes me sad because there's so much cool art on there. What we really need over, come to my beautiful land where we can be free.
It broke weird. There's
thank you.
some. Do you want a pointer?
No cloud.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like that's why I'm on social media. I don't have many friends and I don't feel comfortable with showing my family some stuff. I fully understand because that's the case for me for a few years. I think then it's like a lesser of few evils thing. Lesser of two evils? Yeah. Where you just have to use the one that's like least brain cooking. You got spooked by random passerbys? Oh, like a bunny? Hold on, I got so many layers on this. What is that? Oh, okay, wait. I don't know why that's not in the folder with everything else. But... there. Okay, there we go. This is the miku from the background without the little miku on top of her. I think you're breaking up. Me breaking up with who? With my boyfriend? I'm not breaking up with my boyfriend. He brought matcha in for me. Oh, stream is lagging. Oh no. I feel like Tumblr is the tamest, but there's not that many people. Tumblr is only tame when you have, like, 1,000 followers and then it starts getting evil. Okay, wait, I do not need the giant pink blob layer anymore. I want to highlight, since it just appeared, could this Miku background be shared for free to make like a backdrop, like how the tomato print was? I could do that. I don't have her like fully rendered because, I mean, you can see the little pillow here. Let me say yes, but let me do the print fully first, and then I can finish this and share it later, because the print I want to make my priority, but it shouldn't be too hard to clean this up. I think they meant the audio. Uh-oh. I hope the audio's not cutting out. I wonder if it's the storm. Never break up with him. He seems like an angel. Misunderstanding. Okay, I'm so sorry I misunderstood. If Critter breaks up with Forest, then that is not Critter. If you see a girl with a bad bob, that is not me. I don't think that... I just don't... I can't even imagine why that would happen in a million bajillion years. Where is the layer? Oh, I guess this got put on the top layer. Ugh. Why? There we go. Been meaning to ask, but I apologize if this has been asked before. How do you manage to keep privacy while being openly a system? It's been hard masking it ever since we figured out since we were a system, but I want to keep making art online while not being ashamed of that part of us. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, part of it is just that, like, at a certain point, it was not going to be easy to keep secret, so we're just kind of like, we gotta accept that some people are gonna go, oh, this guy's a system, and understand it, because most people don't even know what it is. They just like kind of treat like the art that we do of our sonas as like OCs, and sometimes that annoys other parts. But for me, like, my first sona is like also just an OC. Like, I am a human person. So my Tumblr is so dead I'm giggling. It's kind of funny. Like a little bit ago, I was trying to relate to someone and was like trying to imagine Miles doing something terrible to me, and I was like, brother, I can't even imagine this hypothetical. It seems impossible. So okay, it's getting really dark outside. It's time to start walking home. The storm is approaching. Please be safe. I was gonna say we've got the storm here, but it just started raining. Um, but I guess to like finish out the privacy segment, it's more like, I don't know. People have been weird to me like my entire time online. There's never, the thing is when you make content and people know who you are, there's never like real privacy anymore online. So that's part of the reason I kind of take a lot of my life offline, because I still want to feel like I am a person, and feel like I have the right to be a person, and be kind of messy and make mistakes, and be kind of lame. Really, I'm not that cool. But people can be really cool if you're not like perfectly on form all the time online. So I try to like balance it out where I keep it honest with you guys, and like I try not to, the miku noise, thank you. I try to be honest with you guys and not like pretend that I'm like some god guy. I really am not art god, which is sometimes when people ask me for questions about art, I'm just like, me? So I want to say, I know you guys have talked a lot about before about people treating you like OCs, but it's been really cool to get to know you guys through art. Sorry people can't always register the sheer amount of humanity in your art, and thank you. I Like I said, I don't mind it because like I also do love just like drawing my little guy in situations. Like that's fun for me. It's toys, but I do definitely see sometimes why it would upset other guys, and I think that it's a balancing act. I think that some people are picking up on it as we work on our comic. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I hope it makes sense. Um, I feel like people always attempt to purify people online and then get mad when they don't fit their vision and cancel them. No, exactly. And there's no way that you can like live like that. You can't, because here's the thing. You as a human being aren't a product. No, you could maybe have like a group of 1,000 people that agree with most things that you say, but the odds of you being in a room with like 10,000 people and they agree with every single thing you think and say is super low. So if you take that same like idea and extend it to the internet, there is a very high likelihood that a lot of people that follow you or like your art are going to think like very differently about some subjects that you do, and possibly subjects that like they would be upset at you for. So it's not, it's up to you how you want to play it, right? I see some people where they're like, because of this I will state all of my opinions on my public facing profile and tell everyone this. And I think that that's a really good idea if you want to live unbothered, because I like honestly didn't do that fast enough. We kind of grew really quickly. And that was part of the problem. But it does work because then you don't have to deal with other people feeling like entitled to your beliefs or your personhood. Oh, my VTuber closed out. I think my phone overheated. Or the power just flickered. Scary. So, hey, criticisms, novice artist here. Appreciate all the advice. Thank you. Also, I think part of why I love your streams is because it's genuine. It makes you, and you make effort to prioritize your life, and also importantly, your guys. Like I am always so flattered to hear that people are like staying up to watch streams. But I need to tell you, I love you and I want you to sleep. I don't want you to stay up to watch stream if you're not getting enough sleep. And I'm not saying this like parasocial love you. I don't know you as a person. I'm saying from human being to human being, please take care of yourself. Your sleep is really important. Your food is important, like eating, taking time to rest and stretch. Like, I don't want to just do this like kind of fake cozy routine where I'm like, take care of yourself, heart emoji, and also stay on my 4-hour stream. I do actually really worry when I hear people that aren't taking care of themselves, because I've done that before and it has really bad health effects. Also, hi every pony. I've been looking at places to move after college. I've been looking at somewhere like Portland, Oregon, or somewhere like Washington. I'm not sure. I'm just wondering if anyone had any insight on that area. I'm currently in Cali. I don't know, but I know both those places are very temperate, and so a lot of my friends enjoy living there. Also, why would I sleep if it's summer? Because you need sleep all year round. Oh, also, hold on. so lucky I'm an hour behind, so I can be in the stream and actually rest well. Shocking, bodies need to be taken care of to function properly. So I love your streams because they're different from other streams. I can actually relax here. When I miss stream, I can watch the VODs. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I'm now curious for another Mew. This frog sure is crazy and cool. Why are we talking about crazy frog? I'm kind of like, maybe, because I have the, like, the looking around the corner, but I'm like, do I have, like, the looking over its shoulder eerie? I think this one's funny. Like, what did you just say? You know that one Vine of the little girl going, I don't need to sleep, it's summertime, and then her mom catches her? It's so cute, I think about it a lot. Wait, maybe I don't know it. I don't know that one. Showed a plural friend of mine your artworks, and they both enjoyed it, as well as expressed a ton of respect for being open about being a system with such a large and younger audience. It's scary! It's so scary! It's so scary, I can't even, like, I cannot express this enough. When I started our diary comic, it had like 200 followers of people that I like knew, because it was like shared on like personal accounts at first, and then people were blogging it, and I was like, that's okay. And then when the one hit like 10,000 notes, I was like, oh, I'm scared now, like I'm in danger. And as it kept going, like we definitely have had to like reassess our priorities with it and like go, well, like what's the purpose of sharing this? Like, why are we doing this? What do we want to come out of it? Is it even something that we feel comfortable doing anymore? And is that still safe for us to do? And trust, that's like something that we've been kind of like touching base with as it's been going. I think my priority personally has shifted, because when I first started, I was doing it because I thought it might be nice for friends that we've known for a while to like understand the part of us that we hadn't been able to be very open about. And that was really rewarding for the time that was the case. Now, I guess maybe the reason that I personally like sharing our diary comic is because I want people to know that like life can be okay. Also, how did you find out being diagnosed a few times, and also having a friend go, that sounds like you may be a system? And I was like, no. And I need to be clear, I'm not saying I'm saying one part of us was like, no way, that's not true, and then got diagnosed and was like, oh. On the topic of moving, if anyone has advice for a first-time apartment living, please let me know. Find out where your trash chute is immediately. Especially while you're moving in, you're gonna be like you're gonna have a lot of trash. You're gonna have a lot of moving garbage, and you're probably gonna get takeout a few times. Know where your trash chute is for your sanity. Also, I think the chatter was probably on Twitch, but oh well, Portland, Oregon is beautiful, but if you're not used to big cities, it can be pretty intense. Keep safe, but otherwise I highly recommend. And they were on Twitch, but also thank you still. The comic got me thinking, and now diagnosed. I'm gonna say too, if I could save anyone the years of pain of like the will they won't they finally go get professional help, I would do it in a heartbeat, because it was hell. It was hell raw dogging that shit. Also, the atmosphere outside is ominous. I'm gonna fade away for a little bit. No, it's okay. It's okay. And also, if there's laundry separate from your unit, be sure to figure out a schedule. Yes. Also, figure out what grocery store you can get to easiest, because sometimes the closest one is not the best one, but sometimes you do just need eggs, and you don't have to go to the best one just to get eggs. I got sick of raw dogging OSDD and started taking it seriously, and it's like I've been unchained from hell. It's very different. Also, if it's too personal to answer, but how did Yellow take being diagnosed? I feel like they were the one who had to face the uncomfortable realities the most. At first, straight up denied it, and then the first time. denied it, forgot it, and then years later, when things were getting really bad again, like when Forrest's mom died and our memory was getting worse, finally they were like, okay, we need to go get help. And then when we were diagnosed, they were like, are you sure, to our therapist, and then asked to be tested again. Guys, I think something is happening. I think something is happening outside. The apocalypse. I just think... Why are there like 5,000 different sirens going from that one car? Are you getting abducted by aliens? Also, take a video of your apartment as you move in, noting any water damage. Oh my god, please. Please take a video as soon as you move in, because, keep that as an emote, please. Why do you like it when I draw my persona ugly? I usually draw it so cutely, and you're like, no, the ugly ones. How is your mic so clear it picks up everything? I kind of wish it didn't sometimes, unfortunately. I joined streams to some mysterious noise. What was that? I think it was a fire truck. I'm not sure. It was some sort of fucking vehicle. Don't delete it, please. Okay. Okay, I'll leave it. Buggy committed arson. I feel like he wouldn't even. Also, sorry for asking about how many alters are in the system. That is actually information we keep private, and a lot of stuff about ourselves we keep private. And so, if you're listening to this and you're like, "What's a system? What are you talking about?" I would highly recommend looking up the DID.org. It's a medical website that talks about the disorder. I think part of the reason other guys who stream don't like talking about it is because they don't want that to become like our shtick. You know, nobody wants their mental illness or their like just kind of how they exist to kind of become their brand or what they're known for. But at the same time, it is also just like something we experience, so talking about it is going to come up sometimes. Also, thank you. Yes, hold on, I'll send that to YouTube. Oh my god, please, highlight, please. So funny seeing chat start to freak out while the stream seemed normal, and then I heard the lag on my end. Also, yes, please don't let them keep your deposit if you left the unit the same or better. Yes, please, please, please. So many places try to be kind of skeevy with that. It's really annoying. We've not had too much bad luck with apartments so far. I like these streams. They're fun to watch when I don't like anything I'm getting recommended. Thank you. Also, don't forget to check under the fridge and stove with a flashlight for any bug problem. That's scary. I didn't even think about that. Help. It would also suck because it's a traumatic disorder and that's like spilling your guts out. It's so bad. It's so bad. That's part of the reason that like it can be scary to talk about it, because then people are like, how did you develop this mental illness? And it's like, I don't want to talk about that. That's what I go to therapy for. We're not here for that. We're here to draw Mew. So deep clean before you move in if you can. This is very true. And smell for a popcorn smell, that means roaches. Yes, popcorn smell means roaches because a very common roach killer smells like movie theater popcorn. Bro's mewing. Mewing Mew would that actually? I don't know if I want to do that. Hold on, how would one even do this? Have you ever drawn Tenna from Deltarune? I drew a very little chibi, like, Tenna. I don't think I'm gonna put this in the pack. Actually, what if I just have this as a bonus one? Why is it snatched? Are you gonna do a Pride artwork? I think the Pride artwork I'm gonna do during the art fight stream as a traditional art piece. Little Susie's on the Noelle print give me life. I love her. Thank you. I was actually just watching the VOD of us working on that the other day. Also, hi there. Welcome in. I don't know if I'll do this one because it's so hideous, but you guys seem to like the ugly ones, so... Captions froze. Thank you. Please, you love me. I do love you, but why do you want him? Why do you want Scary Mew? Please, Fleming, new response. Pretty please. This is so awful. I love it. Call it Mew squared. Mewtwo. I see what you did. Special grade cursed object. This, I like that this almost looks like it turns around and then does this. Are these Mews for something, or is it just little buddy drawings? I'm making Mew emotes for myself because I want Mew emotes, but I will also share these with everyone. I'm gonna put them in my shop, so if people want to buy a Mew pack for $1, the doll hair. Ugly is the funny one, which is why some will enjoy it. It hurts, I need to stop. I was drawing and close the tab just... I want to do one normal cute one to do in this little box. What's the thing at the bottom though? That was me when I heard the siren go by our house. Can you make it uglier? I don't even know what I would do. You're separating him like he has a disease, does he not? I think that's like, I think that thing is sick and twisted. I don't think that Mew should be chiseled. I think that's scary. To quote Temmie, muscles are not cute. Give it teeth? I don't want to do that. Is the pack actually going to be $1? I mean, I figured. I don't know what do people normally charge for emotes? It's like drawings. $1 is fair, right? Like, I don't know, like, overcharge or anything. But I'm like, I'm gonna do these, so I feel like $1 would be $3. I guess that's like 50 cents per emote. $3 could be fair, because then that's like 50 cents. Because here's the thing, if I was doing this as like a custom emote pack, I would definitely charge more for like a commission, but like, these are just like Mew. I'm only buying the pack with the ugly Mew. Well, that'll be a bonus one. Jokes aside, I love the fourth one. They're so cute. Thank you. And yes, there will be shiny and non-shiny version. Because that's pretty easy. I was like, only $1. Cup of black coffee cost. And it's fun because I'm not even the guy that drinks black coffee. He asked me to do bats, actually. I might do that after this. Okay, wait, that's much cuter. I like that it looks like melted. Oh, I could do a laughing one. That would be cute. Why don't you drink coffee? I drink coffee. I drink sweet coffee. I just can't... I don't like black coffee. I'm kind of a baby with it. I'll drink, like, iced coffee. Okay, wait, I've seen, like, cute laughing, but what if it was, like, sneering evil laugh? You're making it so evil. It's because when I use emotes, it's usually because I'm being evil. Like, I don't use emotes to be cute. So just join stream. What's your favorite movie? I think Coraline is probably my favorite movie. I also really like The Last Mimsy, but like nobody know that movie. You're the critter that drinks black coffee? No, you're mistaking. Different critter. Different part of the vortex of critter. I love how eerie it looks. Why are you freaky? The Mew pack for when you're feeling sinister and strange. Anyone mind if I stand here and be creepy and weird? Lisa gets smile all creepy. Okay, I'm meeting. It's not perfect, but I cleaned the bathroom. Oh wait, thank you. Oh wait, I also fucking love the Brave Little Toaster. Stop. I watched the Brave Little Toaster 33 times in college. Fun fact. Just so everybody knows. Off topic, but what canvas do you use for your mood boards? It's 1,000 pixels wide and I think like 300 high or 250 high. Of course you did. I kin that toaster. I need everybody to know that I had kin art of the Brave Little Toaster in my sketchbook when I was in college, and I'm not afraid to say it. Of course you did, die. The Last Whimsy, I haven't heard that name in years. It was one of me and my little sister's favorite movies. Can we see the Gajinka again? I have no idea where that sketchbook is. I'm actually surprised that they kept it, but I have no idea where it is. The standing but with Mew as an emote. I haven't been here in so long, I'm crying. It's okay. Poor Leaf, I just finished a stream and saw you were live. Welcome back. We're talking about Kidding a Toaster, what I joined to. We're talking about Brave Little Toaster, which is a movie that I watched 33 times in college. Is this satisfactory? Is this enough of a standing fucking staring at you, Mew? Also, what is Brave Little Toaster about? It's about a bunch of household appliances that get abandoned by their owner and then think that they've been made irrelevant. And it is like, my crazy opinion, it's technically a disability metaphor. If you, with those with the eyes that see and hearts that believe, it's a disability metaphor. Toy Story but evil? Well, fun fact, Toy Story was based off of Brave Little Toaster. Like, Brave Little Toaster was originally supposed to be the first 3D animated movie that was done by Pixar, but then the movie deal fell through or some shit, and then so they did Toy Story instead. Haven't watched The Last Mimsy in years. I remember enjoying it, but I also remember being really freaked out by when the government came and there was the thing with the bugs. I see. I understand. Same energy as the Club Penguin player model. I threw up kind of Mew. Honestly, this Mew would make like a really cute sticker. They said menacingly. They said with the promise to make something for themselves. Venn diagram. Radio, Brave Little Toaster, X Tenna Deltarune, X Jack in the Box. Someone else did this on stream, did they not? I understand it. I see it. I also did like Jack in the Box, because this is true. Okay. I'm glad that others see my beautiful vision. Technically, your beautiful vision. Well, on the Critters stream, straight up drawing it, and by it, let's just say my art fight refs. That's awesome. I'm proud. I thought the Brave Little Sister was just a fever dream. Honestly, it kind of is a fever dream, but I think that's why I like it. I like that it's creepy and weird. Also, I noticed... Oh, wait, the dancing minnow is gone. Hold on, I think that we hit it because of doing live art. I brought it back. I couldn't live without my little minnow. Thank you for pointing out that he was missing, though. I didn't even see. Didn't Miku scream a while ago? Oh, did she? I have my headphones off. I can't hear. Guys, did Miku scream for me to switch back to the Miku print? It has been a little bit of working on Muse. Hold on. I don't like how your head is off the canvas. We gotta go bald. Hi, Critter and Minnows. It's been a while since I tuned in. Like a year. Oh my gosh, welcome back. Yes, she did, but it's okay. Okay, wait, that's fine. Also, fun fact, I haven't saved this canvas once. Go my key mash. Miku screamed, she said you're cooking. I'm lying, she didn't scream. Okay, I am really liking this print though. Now, like, it's feeling like it could be done. There are definitely things that I want to add to it still, but I'm not, like, upset with it as I was when I started stream. They never saved the canvas, don't worry, I just did now. It's okay, I fixed it. I fixed the problem. I'm so excited for the stickers, you have no clue. The Moo ones? Mew's kind of just a pink critter that's smaller and has one tail. It's me, but shaved. Mew is just, like, shaved and boiled critter. Oh, ew, no. Oh, no, that's gonna print so ugly. You guys, I don't know if you could see, like, the intensity of disgust of facial expression I'm making. I just wanted to have a little bit of light shine on her hair. Why are you ugly? We can't do it. I feel Critter and Mew would be good friends. This is very true. Also, both mischievous cat creatures. Also, thank you for the posture check. That is not a fun fact. What, the boiled critter? She's not. Well, I was gonna say, I don't think it's ugly. I was just trying to put the highlight on it. I was like, why does it look bad? I don't know, maybe I'm touching it up too much. Like, maybe it's just done. I guess there's, like, this area back here is kind of blank, so maybe I'll do more sheep. I'm also looking around. I like that the sheeps are by flags. Thank you. Oh, wait, also the tail area, I just realized, is not shaded. Or, like, the line art is not colored like it should be. I think it's done. I'm, like, looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what else I could possibly add other than, like, another little sheep in the background there. Any sticker you make, I'll be excited for. I just like them, feed them to me. Thank you. So her right sock doesn't look shaded, but maybe that's the light direction? No, you're right, it's not. I didn't add too much detail on it, but I could probably add, like, a little bit. Up here. Because there's, like, a bunch there, so it would make sense if there was... Well, maybe put it here. No. Oh my god, stop. Not me not locking the layer. The problem with, like, doing cel-shaded art is sometimes if you make the cells of color, like, too big or there's too many of them, it just looks weird. Should there also be lighting on her face? I had thought about it. Unless you mean the face... Actually, now that you say that, the sleeping face, I just realized she doesn't have an eyebrow. Miku went bald. This is why you gotta go back and do one final touch-up before you think you're done, because you're probably missing, like, 2 things. Wait, hold on. There we go. Aborted eyebrow. Now, you can't see her eyebrow under the other one. I think putting it right there looks done. Otherwise, maybe some floating stars. I was thinking about some floating stars too. I really like Miku with thick eyebrows too. I'm biased, I have thick eyebrows. Can I do a fun eyebrow pull? Go ahead. I don't mind. I also love Harpy fun pulls. Never worry about doing fun pulls in my stream. Thank you plus drew it before stream and I hated it. So I guess move of you got around to drawing it after that. Oh, and Think hated it. Like the eyebrow? Yeah, that does sound like something that would happen. Hating it and then forgetting to redraw it. I don't understand cel shading one bit, so I just slap a bunch of colors and multiply layer till I get a shadow I like. No, I can help you. Maybe that's what I need to do. I did a cel shading demo on, like, direction, light direction, and, like, kind of, like, where to place cells. But maybe I'll do one on, like, how to decide your light source for what you're drawing. Okay, wait, now her eyebrow looks kind of big. Okay, what if I was... Haha! I'm smart. Okay, that honestly looks pretty cute. Thinks the overall contrast could use some final touch-ups. Maybe that's throwing you off. Well, so I have this here, so I can see what my contrast is. Pretty much everything looks pretty stand out from the background. Maybe put a little shading on the sheep here. I also just realized that these two sheep are kind of like in the same pose, which is funny. Why are you both falling from the sky? Also, I should draw them angrier. Wait, draw who? Like, draw angry eyebrows with thicker. I do love to see it. Wait, was there a miku noise already? Okay, wait. I'm gonna be brave and I'm actually gonna just finish this because I don't feel like I was working on it very long because we missed miku the first time. And there's only like a few things left to do. And I do want to finish it so I can be free. And also, because, I'm sorry, I have posting disease. I love posting art. The one thing that they will never get out of me, no matter how much I've stopped using social media, is that I love to share art. I remember your cel-shading video. I loved it. Thank you. Here, though, maybe I actually do... Yeah, I'll do another sheep. Off-camera sheep. Well, what about putting pattern on her socks? Feels like a lot of cream between her socks and the one sheep. There was actually polka dots on it at one point. Maybe I do have to bring the polka dots back. I'm not a big fan of polka dots is the only problem. I could do a different pattern, though. The other thing that I could do is use the pink shading of the sheep to break up the sock. I think the patterns is a bit much. Yeah, because there's a lot. There's a lot on it. What I will do, though, is thank you for the tip, too. I think what I'll do is I'll put the sheep shading to, like, break that up there. Because I agree, there's, like, a lot of cream in that one section. Sorry, I think these things are so funny. They're just, like, flying around. Also, why did I hear wait, why did I hear a Minecraft water sound? No, you heard that. You heard that. That's the minnow clock. The minnow clock is like a little art timer that we use on stream, and it makes a splashing noise when it's time to switch. I thought they were Mareep at first. They're legally distinct Mareep. You aren't wrong to see that. That's because there's a book called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, so I was like drawing Miku with legally distinct Mareep. Your comment about bald critters has inspired me in the worst way. I'm so fucking scared right now. How big are your canvases to where your lines look so smooth? Mine always come out really pixelated. This specific canvas is 14 by 10 inches, and it's 400 dpi, so pretty big. I like to have a big canvas, and then I just like size it down when I'm done if it's too big. My thing is like it's always easier to make something smaller than it is to try and make it big after the fact. What if I never shaded at all and exploded? That's how I felt when I was starting this piece. I'm being so serious. The shading was making me want to cry. And now that I've got it done, I'm kind of like, actually, this wasn't that bad. I was just being a coward. You can do it. Don't be like me. Be brave. Also, how do you get Wi-Fi for your apartment? How does hum Wi-Fi work? Wait, okay, so Forrest is probably going to be the best person to answer this, but you probably need a Wi-Fi service first and foremost. And also, you're going to have to call someone to come in and install it. Sorry, I just think this thing looks so fucking funny. I'm looking at you. The sideways sheep in the background is so funny. I think putting them in goofy positions like they've just been flung around makes it really funny. Like they're not even leaping, they're just getting tossed by the current of air. And back in stream isn't over. Yeah, it won't be over for like another 20 minutes or so. I mean, I could always go longer too. I'm having fun. Can hear the distant bleeding. After having sat and worked with this for a while too, I'm like very happy with it. Like I said, I really did not like it when I first started working on it. It was making me so sad because I was the one that like had the idea for this print too. So I was like, why is it ugly? Am I stupid? Is my brain full of hot air? And it was like, no. May I ask how you come up with prints every month? They're always cute. A lot of it is we have like ideas written down when we come up with them. So this specific print, I think, was actually brainstormed in like April. But some prints, like the mouthwashing print, we had the idea for like a year. I think it came out really well. Thank you. It's important to like write stuff down when you have the idea if you can't do it at the moment, because there will be a time that you can do it later. So you will want it then. When you shade, you actually explode too, by the way. It's a very natural process. Also, do you have any tips for line art? I tend to really just like how my line art looks. It depends what part of it you don't like, but if you're not liking your line art because it doesn't look as good as the sketch, you need to line the chunky parts of the sketch, not just thin out your sketch. So like, as you can see, there's these like dark patches on Miku where the sketch got really heavy, and I basically just like filled that in to imply shadow. I may even do that on some of the sheet, but I don't know. I'm unsure. What do people like to do with prints? They like to hang them on their wall. Some people I know will scrapbook with them, which I think is really cute. I personally also scrapbook with some of my prints that I make. Like, I just put the Bubbles print that I made in my diary today. And then I also want to do the Kirby one later. Hold on. Put up the Motel 777 freebie print I got with my when I got my shirt up on my wall. Yeah, wall's the big one. I know some people put them as like the covers of binders and stuff. I don't know if I like the shading color. I might actually just use the dark blue. I was kind of avoiding having something that dark right in the foreground, but I'm like, maybe... No, honestly, like, I think I just need to do that, because it looks good. That poof probably doesn't need it, though. Or does not need it. Also, it might be the brush that you use for line art. Actually, yeah, sometimes changing the brush is enough to make it work, genuinely. Like, sometimes it really is that damn brush. I'm trying to see... I like it. I don't think I need any more. The only thing that I could see moving is... Do you ever make physical copies of your prints? Oh, absolutely. I actually have a shop where I sell them. So if you like what I'm working on, you can buy and we will mail it to you. But if not, that is more than okay too. They're there if you like them. Oh, digital again. You got that thing fixed? I found out my phone wire. Someone, I think it was Baz on stream, asked, does your phone wire work with your tablet? And I found out live, yes, indeed it does. But now it's working, so it's okay. Bazar go. I don't want to like falsely... Okay, it was me? Okay, I was going to say, I don't want to falsely credit if not. I plan to put all my Legacy Comet prints into a collage and frame it. That's so cute. That was so funny, sorry. I mean, you don't have to apologize, it weren't me. But it was pretty funny watching it happen live. I was like, okay. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. I have a cat trying to eat my hands when I type. Also, what is happening with the first Sona ref today? To be so real, I had this open to work on it, and I've just been distracted by the Muse because they're really fun. Maybe now that I'm... Oh! I just closed the print. Come back. Come back. I got so scared I didn't save. I felt like I was going to throw up. I thought I didn't save after all of that, and I was like, please, no. But now that this is done, I'll probably work on my ref a bit. Not the mewing mew. That was not my idea. That was suggested by chat, but I guess I'll include it as a bonus one. How are the chat drawings from yesterday? I don't think that he finished them, but they're on the clipboard next to our little computer tower. Okay, wait. I don't need print Miku. There's the ref. The angel's so beautiful. Thank you. I'm hoping to get this finished. I really need a new ref because my old one was kind of butt cheeks. I want to do a better one. I like the full body Mew just staring at us. Someone was like, you gotta do one that has the energy of like the standing. I think it was Clownlink, so you gotta do one that has the energy of like the guy just standing there emoji. How do you pick colors without having printing issues? I always want to make prints, but then I accidentally pick colors that my printer destroys. Part of it is your color settings. I'm gonna blank on what color setting you're supposed to use. I just know that we're set to it because someone told us that's the one that you're supposed to use. Also, this looks great. Larry, left foot looks a little broken to me. Wait, left foot. Oh, the one that's... Your left or my left? The one that's, like, facing us? CMYK, yes. Also, do you guys choose who fronts? No, it's not a choice. It just kind of happens. I don't know how anybody could control that, but if... I don't know, if people have tips, but no, it just kind of happens. So I started using the same brush I used to sketch for line art, and that was such a game changer. Yes, yeah. So I sometimes print my drawings and use them as bookmarks. I'm gonna get this ref printed so I can put it in my diary, because I really want to bring my diary for people to draw in for the sketchbook swap. I don't think it's necessarily possible, but I know there's a way to minimize the haziness going in and out of it. Oh yeah, with like switches, absolutely there is, because you can do it in like a calmer environment, or like if you feel it like on set, you can do different things to help it go easier. I don't think it'd be classified as a disorder if you could control it. No, I know. Sorry, I was just kind of like scratching head. Oh, the print one with the sheep, the leg that's farther away from us. Oh, okay, hold on. Leg that's farther away from us. This one? Unless you're talking about a different sheep. Or maybe this one. I'm not seeing anything I think looks too bad. But also, thank you for letting me know. Alright, batter, you're up. I wish that it was that easy. I wish. There's some we can purposely triggered front, but that doesn't always work. Actually, well, also because I don't really share with like different parts. We found like we'll bring them to the front because that's not something that I want people to like try to use, I guess. But there have definitely been times when we've realized that something like brings somebody to front, and some of them are really funny. Like some of them are just like musicians that someone likes. The knee isn't bending with the ankle. Wait, the miku foot. Wait, stop. I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. I can see what you're talking about. It's because it's with the sock. It's a bit hard to see, right? Her foot is like this. Do you understand? Like there's like a little bit of a twist. I could see maybe her knee would be here, or like a little more to the front, but that's why. Also, am I really so predictable? Wait, I was thinking when I saw that and waited for the inevitable message. The off reference giggling. I might move the knee shadow to help with that, because I see what you're talking about now, but I don't know if it needs it. Guys, it just keeps getting hotter in this building. I'm dying. Don't mind, but Hanamaru is streaming. Only 2 viewers. Maybe we can raid. No, I would love to. You don't have to apologize for that. Does it last long? Like when someone's fronting, do they get days or weeks, or is it depending? Oh, it literally could be. It could depend on the front shift completely. Sometimes it's like 2 hours. Sometimes it could be 3 days. Sometimes it could be a year. It depends. It depends on what's happening too. And I was gonna say, now it's pretty consistent, but like there have definitely been times that it's been like chaos, mayhem, evil, death, destruction. I think that looks better, maybe? I don't know. No, I'm going back to how it was. I have to stop touching it. Is Miku's right hand supposed to be more orb-like? The palm part connecting to the pinky looks slightly off to me. Could be just me. I was trying to make it a little rounder just because I thought it would be cute. That was on purpose. Also, that makes more sense. If it's a sock, I thought it was a shoe. No. I understand completely. I do also have to pick a color for the eyelashes. And also do the background. God, I don't know if I'm going to get this done in time for Art Fight throws up in my mouth, but I want to. I mean, it's just going to be flats. It doesn't have to be shaded. This is also... I was also like, do I want to do our Dungeoneer characters as well? Which would be insane. Guy who's still working on Fursona ref. What if I did 4 more character refs? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? They got pinker cutes, yeah. It's like shrimp when they're eating. Also, they're missing a hand because I guess someone else didn't want to line it. And what if you did? The thing is, because like Pokemon, because they have really consistent designs, you could just do full bodies and have that be it. If no one would kill me. You forget, remember everything, or does it depend? It depends. It really depends. It's like... Okay, let me say it like this. If daily life is a TV screen, and it's a game someone's playing, sometimes 2 people are sitting in front of the TV, and one guy's playing the game, and the other person is watching. And then sometimes one of those 2 people gets up to, like, go fuck off and do something, while the other one is still playing the game. And then another guy comes in and starts watching the game from where, you know, they left off, and they're like, what the hell's happening right now? And this guy will tell this guy what's going on, right? And that's how they communicate. And sometimes this communication's not very clear, so details will get left out, so some people will be like muddy on the details, but that's how things stay up to speed. Other times, you'll come to the TV and fucking no one's there, and you're just like, what the shit has been happening since anyone was here? And so you just pick it up, and you're like looking around being like, hello, God, what's going on? This is like the best thing, this is the best way I could describe it. You're not stupid, but you may be crazy? Hello? I mean, that's not wrong. Also, you're planning on ending stream, or will this be a long stream? I'll probably end soonish. I want to get my meds, but I don't want to run out and then come back to stream ending. I was going to say, go get your meds. I'll probably be going... I want to work on the flats. I want to at least get the flats for this done, so maybe like another 30 minutes. The autoplay gimmick pissed me off. It's so bad. It's so bad. Some days you're just dissociating so fucking bad, and you like come to it, it's the next day, and it's like, what the hell happened on this day on Earth? That is actually a huge part of why journaling is really like helpful, though, because deliberately going, okay, this is what happened today. This is how I felt. This is what happened today, and this is like what I did about it. It helps you sort out where you are, and importantly, when you are. I don't even have DID, but I felt that. Well, and I was going to say, like, you know, DID is just a dissociative disorder. There's a lot of other ways that people can dissociate, and don't mean that you have it. There's, like, comorbid symptoms between everything. And sometimes when people are stressed, they just dissociate, because human brains kind of like to do that. Journaling is the most beautiful thing, and everyone should do it. It's system or not. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Also, it's just fun. Like, you can have fun with it. You don't have to be so serious. You're not a horror game protagonist. You don't have to be like, and today I filled the gasoline canisters. The devils are out the door again. At least we might be a system after logging behaviors and other things that felt for a few months and looking at patterns. One of our parts is in denial about it and doesn't want to acknowledge it until we get proper diagnosis, which is fair. But I personally have been wanting to try using tools to at least help us till we get proper help. Please recommend any sites we're confused. I'm going to be so real. Dog, I have no idea what tools exist because Simply Plural shutting down. That's why we started doing stuff like on paper. I'm like, other than like textbooks, there is like Vanderhart wrote a book that has like worksheets in it, but I'm like blanking on the name so fucking badly because it's something that my therapist and I are going to be working through, and you can do it by yourself. So got home from pottery. How darling is this? Wait, hi Tay. Fun fact: this is my ref, and I'm working on it. And also, this is the print now done. Finally, I've been freed from the Miku mines. System resources are so dire. It's so fucking dire out here. I'm scared. I'm literally scared. Why is everything shutting down? Why is everything made by one dev? Of course, Tay does pottery. Tay does everything lovely and good in the world. This is very true. This is very true. All that to say, I guess the thing is, it doesn't hurt to, like, track symptoms, especially because when you go into therapy, your therapist is going to ask you questions about what you've been experiencing, so that'll be helpful to you and them. But until then, there's not really much out there. It's just, like, make sure that you are eating and drinking, and sometimes it's better not to investigate, like, things that you can't remember until you're in an environment where you're safe to do so. Oh, I do use plural space. I use plural space. I've been enjoying it. I'm a little frustrated because you can't change fronts after they've happened. Like, sometimes we forget to like go on to it and switch, and we won't remember for like an hour or two. Sometimes the whole day. But I think that they're trying to fix that. Use plural space. It's a website and it's being actively made, but it's been a favorite placement. Yeah, I was gonna say I do also like the stats page. I think that's really helpful. Don't investigate things you can't remember until you're a place you're safe to do so. Sounds like a tip in the Call of Cthulhu game. I'm just gonna say that once you walk... Okay, God, someone said this. I don't know if it was Chimera or a previous therapist said, sometimes you have memory walls when you have a memory disorder that are like a load-bearing wall that if you start going at them with sledgehammers, you're going to knock the foundation of everything down because that wall was there for a reason, and you need to figure out how to approach it very carefully. That's not to scare anyone, but, like, you know, generally speaking, people don't forget, like, entire parts of their life without reason. Sometimes memory's just bad. That's actually something I've been doing my own research on because, you know, I often ask myself the question, like, how much is it normal to forget? Like, how much do most people remember? And if I remember less, how can I help myself remember more? But that's one of the big things that I think I would give you as a piece of advice is, like, if you can't remember something, it doesn't hurt to, like, try and figure out. But if you are really straining yourself and it's starting to make you feel kind of, like, sick, you should probably wait till you have someone to help guide you through that. Also, hello, welcome in, Nick Gamer. The thing you said about making your line art as thick as the bearing and bearing is your sketch so that you'll like it was literally revolutionary for me. We got another one. I'm so happy to help you. I've had that problem for so long, too, before. So I'm glad that I could give you some advice. Line weight. And the thing is, you don't even need to use, like, pen pressure line weight. You just need to draw over the... Okay, right? Like, really quickly, just to do... Actually, I'll just use the Mews. The Mews are a really good example of this. You see how this Mew has this little pocket underneath its neck that is darker? If I were to line these really quickly... I also turn off pen pressure. If I were to line these, I think part of the character and, like, the charm would get missed if I didn't also include that little pocket there. So instead of just doing, like, a straightaway, I'm going to include that as part of the lines. And another place that you can see it here is, like, with the ear, where the ear connects to the head. And there's, like, some overlap there, and that adds some nice texture. It's, like, very subtle things like this. I don't know how quickly I can line this as, like an example, but I'm going to try my best. Bald Mew sneer. It has no ears. I learned how to do line art from Pokemon Art Academy for the 3DS. I've heard people play that game before, and I never got the chance to play it, but it seems really cute. I think a good way to give lines character is to think of them as a shape of the darkest value of the canvas. This is true. Like, instead of, like, outlining the objects, you have to think about the line art as, like, the areas that define objects from each other, which is usually shadow and anywhere where there's a color change. And when you start getting painting pilled and you realize that not everything needs lines and sometimes there's like a hard edge of light and you can just erase the line art completely, that's when its art starts getting crazy. But I'm not there yet. I'm still getting painting pilled. I'm still like figuring things out. Also, sometimes you're just so fuzzy you're not paying attention that you have no fucking idea until something specific happens to elicit a reaction that nobody else would have had. This is also very true. Hold on. Actually, a really fast one is just the no, I don't want that, no, I don't like that feeling. Because, you know, people get in moods too, but there's a huge difference between saying, no, I'm not in the mood for that today, and no, I don't like that. I don't know why someone would ask if I wanted that. As a matter of fact, like, to the question of, like, coffee earlier, where someone was, like, asking if I drink black coffee, my immediate reaction was to go, like, what? No. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, we've definitely talked about drinking black coffee on streams because other parts like it. So that's probably why they were asking. And that's usually a pretty good indicator of, like, what's happening on this day on Earth. Okay, wait. And then I can do an example of, like, what not to do with line art. The other thing is that I'm kind of doing bad here, so I might not use these lines, is that usually with emote line art, I go really thick. I could just up the line weight of this, because there's, like, a filter. You do your streams, and I just wanted to drop in and say hi. Hello, and welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Also, Colbert, I like your little bear face emote. That's so cute. There's a furry art market on Sunday. Guys, I love you all who live in Portland and Washington, but you have no idea how fucking jealous I am that you can just go to furry events. I want to die. Like, there's nothing here. I'm always, like, the most we get is a convention, and that's it. Alright, right? So you have this. This is like, oh wait, I'm gonna do, like, a line. Duvet by Boa came on. Twirls like the give a Peter Griffin in the dress, please. What is that one tweet that's like, all of the strange gay men and women have very specific images of Family Guy characters at their disposal on their phone. There's nothing by here. Come on, it's a major city. I don't know why. Peter typing with the nails. It's that, the one of him on the couch with, like, where he's, like, twirling the phone cable. I really like the one where it's like Meg is Ghostface and everyone's just kind of staring at her and the caption's like, why no one give a fuck? And I keep thinking about that all the time. Okay, I lied. I literally don't want to do another example, but I hope this illuminated what I was talking about. I'm lazy. Why no one give a fuck is the funniest image to me. You get a convention. I was going to say, this is true. This is very true. Like, I can't be too greedy because I get a convention and some people don't even get that. So it could be worse. It could absolutely be worse. Watching this from Bikini Bottom right now, this art is genuinely lit. I think that's my favorite chat of the night. Welcome in from Bikini Bottom, Rusty Lobster. That's the best thing that anyone has ever said today. Fun fact, Peter Griffin is canonically bi. Where did you learn this information? Are you a Family Guy watcher? Is that true? I believe you. I love Angel's Dulap. Thank you. Give some to the poor furry. We've got no stuff over here. I see no Portland furry events outside the yearly con, but my Washington friend is furrying it up at events multiple times per year, seething in jealousy. Wait, what's going on in Washington that everyone is like... Actually, no, I know exactly what's happening because there is like the frequent joke of like the Seattle girl puppy girl polycule. Like that's a joke I see circulate frequently, or just not like a joke about it, but just like that one exists, and it does seem really nice. And every time I hear it, I like grip my pant leg. I'm like, you have it so good, and you don't even know. You get to joke about the Seattle puppy girl polycule. I wish to only meet them. What if you were in hell looking at someone in heaven? I've been meaning to ask, you have any advice thinking through poses for characters, especially chibis? I'm gonna be so for real. Sometimes I strike a gay little pose in real life and then I draw it. I have no idea. I do have a video on interesting poses, but like for me, asterisk, I just make little like a gay little pose and then I draw that. And that's sometimes where the pose comes from. That's actually one of the reasons I love the Tomodachi Life pose, that I think I feel a bit more like myself, because I do that. They would show me where to find teeth. They absolutely would. They absolutely would. Gay foo-foo modeling. It's just like sometimes you feel a delightful, you just feel like a delightful little guy and you gotta strike a pose. Miku has bestowed the timer upon us. Alright, maybe we go back to the muse. Because this is all done. Hold on. The real test of time is, oh my god, that is not thick enough to be an emote line art at all. Hold on. How much more fat can we make this before it starts becoming unreadable? I have to find... I know I have other emotes on my computer that I saved. Oh, you know the other thing I'm seeing is a lot of them do like thinner line art on the inside? Maybe that's the game? Maybe instead of pure black-blue line art, also include a white outline? I could. I have done outlines on some of my emotes before. I also think that filling in its eyes makes it look so fucking scary. It's kind of funny. Why are you evil? How do you make line art thicker like that? So there is, if you go to filter and then correction, there's a thing that makes your line art thicker. This, I'm just doing expand canvas. I actually cannot do the way that I usually do it, but it's not too hard to fix. Hugh Morris was huge for the gay little pose community, like kind of an icon to me, honestly. I really want to put him in my Tomodachi Island, but I haven't picked up Tomodachi Life for a bit. Me when it's right behind me, isn't it? It's like reverse Mom, I Threw Up. The Mew, this is the Mew that's getting, that someone's coming up to and being like, Mom, I threw up to. Dude, I went to my campus's computer lab earlier and for something, and there was this humming noise coming from somewhere, and I'd already not eaten, was feeling really rough mentally, and almost lunged like a chimp. I understand. There was a buzzing noise that was happening like a week ago, and I found out it was literally just because something was like hazard, but like, God, autistic people, when there are sounds. Okay, if this is not enough, God help me, I don't know what is. There's also an outline tool on Clip Studio Paint. You could control the width and stuff. This is true. This is very true. Took the gamble of whether you'd be supposed to be streaming and made smoothies and popcorn. Wait, that sounds lovely. I'm gonna experiment with how I do this, because I have done only flat emojis before, but I kind of want to do shaded ones. Ew. Become saturated. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try something. It's kind of new for me, but I think it'll work from you, at least. It's kind of Mew for you, yeah. The other thing is the tail wouldn't really have this kind of gradient here. Did you just mute? I just lost audio? Wait, that's weird. Or maybe I do more like this? Okay, that looks good. The gradient looks so cool. Thank you. I'm like trying out some new things because I feel like, I don't know, lately with digital art, something I noticed when I've been doing traditional the last few days is that digital art has started to feel very samey. And it's not even the art's fault, right? Like, I think that digital art is just one of many tools in an arsenal. So remind me, what's your streaming schedule, if any? I stream 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually to 9 or 10. But then I'm also going to be streaming this Sunday for the Art Fight team reveals. So that's like a kind of one-off weird stream. 6 a.m. streams sound so scary. I would not at 6 a.m. That is not true. Do not come here at 6 a.m. I will not be live. Alright, now how good does this... Wait, that actually looks really cute. I was like a little worried because I don't usually do gradients with things, but like I kind of enjoy it. Now the thing that's going to be really fun is I get to do the white of the eye. And I visited Four Leaf Island at 4 a.m. challenge. Stop. I just have to like make... Yeah. Wait. Okay. And now you can see it more. I might even need to make it more like defined because right now it just kind of looks like side eye. Like you can kind of tell. I know what you are, Mew. Art Fight mentioned I'm so excited for Sunday. You have no idea. I'm gonna geek. Speaking of gradients, as a more traditional artist, I'd kill for an airbrush setup. I've never used an airbrush before. Could make the eye or the eyes line art a bit colored glow a bit. Oh, like, cause like it's looking menacingly to add to the side eye emphasis. I could try. Hold on, wait. First and foremost, I want to do this. Wait, no, become more saturated. Now I'm just enjoying getting to color the line art. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like, there's a game that has a very similar art style to this, and I'm blanking on it. I don't think it's Pokemon Sleep. Maybe I get rid of... Okay, I like the arm being that color, for sure. But maybe I get rid of the lines on the ears? Or I just like thin out the lines on the ears a bit? Sorry, this is also experimental for me because I have never made Pokemon emotes before. I've really never made emotes of this style. Critter is like, since he's our own beast, it's a little different. Sometimes life be life, and sometimes life be not nice. Be mean, no good, but that don't mean sad. Only give reason to keep pushing. Live life because life good even when bad. Thank you. I wonder if this is because of Miku beating me up, but also thank you, that's very sweet. I promise I won. Look, I beat the Miku print. It's finished. The gradient makes it almost look 3D. That's kind of what I was going for. It was like, there is a game that has a style like this, but I don't remember which it is. Okay, wait. Goodbye, every puppy. Have a wonderful stream. Thank you. Maybe Paper Mario. It's either that or, like, Mystery Dungeon Super. I'm thinking of the... I think Mystery Dungeon Super actually has emotes kind of like this. Okay, yeah. Win. 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 I want to eat this drawing? Thank you. Okay, now... do I color the lines that are still there? Oh, Pokemon Cafe Remix could be the other one I'm thinking of, too. Also, does Frog say meow or ribbit? This is a heated debate I'm in right now. Frogs say ribbit? How do you make gradients look so good? I'm gonna be so honest. I am scared. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess not just having... You have to airbrush it. You can't use the default gradient because that, unfortunately, the default gradient is not your friend. Also, the other thing is I'm gonna grab this ear again. Because I don't... Yeah, it's not cleaned up the way that I want it to be. Like, I know it doesn't need to be this perfect, but I'm fickle. Okay. And also, lasso tool is your friend when you're painting. This I do know. Yeah, bigger brush and do selection tool. That too. That too. Okay, fill that in. And then... Okay, yippee! My Mew. I do think I want to do kind of like a little shine on its head. I don't know if it needs it. Bald. Shine on its bald head. I'll have to see how I like it. Unless I do like the eerie shadow. Like... I kind of love how menacing it looks. It's so scary! Help me! Yeah, this is perfect. Send it. The eerie shadow adds a lot to it. Okay, I'm so excited to do the rest of them now. The only thought that I do have is, like, maybe to do kind of, like... I'm trying to think about what the light thing would be. Not that. Maybe more blue? Usually this ring gets warmer though. So would I go more to the warm pink? I don't like that either. Erg. No, that's also ugly. Ironically, I think the blue was like the best looking choice. Oh, Bobites, thank you for the resub. For 28 months, googly moogly. Wait, I think you might be the oldest sub? No, I think Toasty's the... No, is Toasty older than that? No way, am I? I am. I think you might be. I do kind of like the purple. No, but the purple flattens it. How old are you? You're the oldest sub ever. Toasty, how long? Toasties is a month younger? That's crazy. I do actually think you're the oldest sub. You were kidding when you said you haven't been back for forever. Yeah, I think you're genuinely. I don't know anyone else. Wait, Forrest, are you... I didn't realize. Hold on. Wait, how do I find this information? I think you'd need to resub. But I think that you just have one? Wait, pen found? It wasn't my pen missing, it was, my wire had gotten chewed by my cat. However, I found out that my bone wire works exactly the same. Now, I think Forrest is the oldest follower, but I don't think he's the oldest sub. Because I don't know if he's consistently been subbed. Okay, what if I just... Yeah, I'm just going to use this and then expand it like I did with the other one, because I think that worked. Mew has committed some kind of felony. It says on the founder badge it's 23 months. No way! Phobite is the oldest. We have a senior minnow. Senior citizen. Well, welcome back, and thank you. That's very sweet of you. To get a senior discount, do you want a pudding, Grandpa? Hey, be respectful. Be respectful. I've been in the trenches. I hope you've been okay. Would love pudding. We should all go to senior brunch together. Guys, I want to go to gay brunch so bad it's hurting me. Like, I haven't been... Because when we lived with other, like, around other gay people, we used to go to gay brunch, like, at least once a month or every other month. It looks better now.
You don't see any...
Baby puke.
Well, so this time I think it was a hairball. Like, legitimately. Not a lot of liquid came out for once. It was mainly ball.
TLDR, I started working 2 jobs. I understand. Also, do you like this Mew? Wait, where's the evil shadow? I just put it down and now it's gone. I might be going to Pride event this weekend. Wait, that's awesome. I gotta put the evil shadow back. That was, like, important to its character. There we go. Also, Girl Kibble, I like your username so much. It's a beautiful username. Putting my paws on the glass, staring at gay brunch pathetically. I've never been to Pride. It's dire. We need to get you here quickly. Also, I think I might end here because it's like fucking baking in here. I'm like actually really hot. But also, is there a way to opt out of raids when I'm not here and possibly asleep? Honestly, I'm gonna raid right now. So if you just wanna like leave now, you can. I don't know if there's a way to opt out of raids. I don't know if Hanamaru is still streaming. Let me switch over so that I can find out to the ending soon screen. Also, thank you for watching me do Mew emotes. I've like never, like I said, this is like new to me, so I'm having fun experimenting. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Hanamaru is still streaming, so let me go raid them. Everyone be nice. This is like my VTuber baby. I made this design and then they started streaming and I'm so proud. We're gonna go raid. Anyway, see you all on Sunday for the Art Fight team reveals, and ciao!